Hello, everyone. Welcome live to the Geelong Zone. This is Ray's Bomb Corner. Essendon versus Port Adelaide watchalong. Though I won't be doing much commentating on this, we're going to let Ray take over this game and her husband Void. Celebrating Andrew McGrath 200 games. There's a special little banner there. Alrighty. As soon as Ray comes in, we will switch. I will switch to the cricket, and I will let Ray do this one and Void alone. Games. Before. Zero. We are a little bit early in the stream. That's all right. We are a little bit early. Bangladesh 3 for 39. Ripped, absolutely destroyed them. I think Mitchell Stark's picked up another 2 wickets. Oh. It's an early game. It is an early start. It is an early game. Didn't I'd wake up for this, to be honest. No, but I'm here. I'm waking up for it. But I've missed the whole first session for Australia, so it's disappointing. Oh, okay, yeah. So Void's just at Void is just at. Oh, sorry, Ray's just at the shops. Just waiting for Ray to return from the shops. Okay. All good, mate. All good. It's all good. So Ray will be with us very shortly. She's at the shops, so she will definitely be here before the game starts. Hello, Chris. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm a little bit early, to be fair. So I was supposed to start at 11:50, and I've started 10 minutes early. So no, that's all right, mate. I'm just gonna watch the cricket. So when Ray comes in, mate, I'm just gonna let her I'm just gonna let her do it, mate. So I won't even be here myself. So I'll update the scoreboard, but I won't actually be like talking. So I'm just gonna let Ray take over, mate. So Mitch Georgie Addis wins the absolute useless toss under the roof, and he's kicking to the left of screen. Oh, there's Zach Butters in the box by himself. Wowee. There's Josh Carr and Dean Solomon talking on the bench, shaking hands. Ugh. These players are getting into position. I wanted to watch the cricket. That's all right. I guess Ray's going to be a little late. That's all right. Do. Alrighty, I guess I'll hold down the fort. I don't know many of the Essendon players. Well, I should do because I've been doing this for 3 weeks. Hello, Mello. Yeah, Ray's just running a little bit late. So I think I think I'm just gonna have to hold down the fort for a little bit. Team changes. I don't think there are any team changes. I think Essendon were unchanged. So let you know when Ray comes. But there they go again. About to get underway. There you go. It's holding the ball. So free kick to Port Adelaide, just near the defensive 50 to Bergman. Sorry. That's not 15 to Ollie Wines. Back to Bergman, back to Wines. Wines handball. Didn't hit the target. So Bergman's handball didn't hit the target. It's going to be a ball up anyway. About 70 from Port Adelaide's goal. Look at that, Vincentini on Vincentini. There's Langford on Georgiades. I think that might be Jordan Sweet for now on Vincentini. Yeah, it is Jordan Sweet. We get another stoppage here. Jace Burgoyne kicks it straight down Pryor's throat and kicks it inside 450. Peter Wright's down there. There's Vincentini. Just throws it to Chase Burgoyne to Bergman. Kicks the ball down the wing. It's good run by Port Adelaide. Good spread. Durden. Inside 450. And there is Georgiades. Quick transition. Bit too easy for that for Port Adelaide. Oh, the link. I gave your husband the link. I gave him the link. Georgiades is 45 out in not quite the pocket, but just a little bit of an angle. He's had the kicking issues, Mitch Georgiades. It's been a little bit better the last couple of weeks though. And that looks like a good goal to me, and that is 1-0-6. Damn. Yep, so Ray is coming now. There we go. That's all right. And she's in. There we go. Hello, Ray.
Hi, how are you, Lucas?
Yep, so Ray is coming now. Yeah. I'm doing very well. Yourself? Hello, Ray. Why is it an echo? You're good, Ray? You can hear me? Oh, no. Can't hear Ray. All right. Grath in the midfield.
Sorry, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got you now.
Perfect.
There you go.
And Void is here with us.
Yeah, Void. Yes, Void's there. Yes, you told me everything. That's all right. Just while you're there, Ray, I was going to get you to go through the team changes, but I don't think there's any team changes.
No, they listed obviously a few extra, earlier in the week because that's what they do with the extended bench.
Yeah.
But I don't think they changed anything in the end. I think that's it's probably because the VFL have the week off and they want to sort of have those guys fresh. They don't want to bring any VFL guys in or the AFL guys that play in the VFL, such as Sardis or anything like that.
And it's Byzantini versus Byzantini today.
That's exactly right.
And my player watch for you was Andrew McGrath, 200 games. So I just saw him run through a special banner.
Yeah, no,
he's playing his
he's playing his 200th, which, you know, he's been just so reliable in general. I don't think he's missed many games through injury or anything. But yeah, he's our captain this year.
He's missed less games than he's missed kicks.
That's probably true. Okay, so I was a couple of minutes late, but
that's all right.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna let you do all this. I'll still be here to do the scoreboard and that. But I'm watching the cricket at the moment. So I'll just let you take over from here. I think that's the appropriate score. I don't think the score has changed.
No, it's just been going backwards and forwards between the arcs, really.
Oh yeah. Chris, if you're there, mate, I'll get you to chip in every now and then, mate. If I need your help or Ray needs your help, we'll send you the link and you can come on, mate.
No worries.
All right, I'll let you take over from now, Ray, and I'll update the scoreboards for like when there's a score change.
No worries. Hi, Chris. How are you? Now we're just on the outer wing here, where the ball's getting thrown in just outside the Port Adelaide 50, and Byzantini's in the ruck here. He takes it out of the ruck, gets it down to Sharp, to McGrath, to Merritt, back to McGrath, who kicks it along the wing, and finds a target in Daywicks, who marks on centre wing, just in front of Caddy. He goes sideways back to Merritt, who picks up on the half volley, kicks it along the wing again, and to Perkins. So Perkins kicks it into the forward 50. And Peter Wright, nearly brings it down. Then Caddy gets a handball, but to no one in particular. And you can see it's in dispute here. And most likely it's going to be a ball up. Now, with the ball up, Port Adelaide get a handball out. They kick it along the wing, and then it's punched away by Reid, who gets it to Merritt, to Daywicks, along the wing, to Sharp, who kicks it into the forward 50. And Perkins collects it on the half volley, but couldn't get it to anyone but Burgoyne. Port Adelaide now run it out of defence. But there's an intercept, and McGrath has it here, who handballs it back to Roberts, who kicks into the forward 50, and he finds a target in Merritt, kicking near the boundary about 48 metres from goal. He then kicks it short, finds Daywicks about exactly 15 metres inside. Now Daywicks is going for his goal, and we'll see how he goes. Now Daywicks walks in. Let's see how his kicking is from this range. I haven't seen him kick many goals in general. No, he sets it up, but Peter Wright couldn't bring it down. Then Port Adelaide kick it out of the forward 50. The ball's in dispute on the wing. It's collected by Kako, who gets the handball out to Jones, who kicks it back into near the square. And this time Peter Wright again just drops it. And Port Adelaide clear it across the other side, except it's intercepted by Pryor, who will go back and look at the goals on a sharp angle about 35 metres out. Now Pryor's walking in. He's just setting it up. Not across the goal face for a behind. Now Port Adelaide run it out of defence through handball, but Essendon's pressure is pretty good. But they're working it through, and then a turnover here, Redmond in the square, who gets it across to Kako, who had to take it on the half volley, who kicks it across to the middle to Visentini, and then kicks it across the ground to Clark, who marks it 40 metres out on a 45, slightly worse than 45-degree angle. So Clark goes in for goal. Let's see how he goes. He's a very promising young player, Clark. But he is missed and he's got a behind. So Essendon has been really holding it in their forward line, which has been really good. I think Peter Wright's been a little unlucky. There was some chopping of the arms going on in some of his marking contests that weren't picked. And now Port Adelaide get it just inside the square in the defensive half. They kick it across the ground onto the wing and then move it just outside the forward 50 for Port Adelaide. They run it in, kick it in towards goal, and it hits the post. Okay, now Essendon kicks it out to Pryor, outside 50, who finds Merritt, target on the wing, who gets it to Day Wicks, who's had a bit of the football so far, who kicks it along towards the forward 50, but is picked off by Visentini from Port Adelaide, who then shanks it and gets it back to the Essendon player, who gets it to Sharp, who marks it 60 metres out directly in front. He kicks it into the forward 50, and Peter Wright couldn't quite get to the ball there, and the ball is in dispute here, just inside Essendon's forward 50, and it will be a ball in.
So we were talking, I woke up in the middle of the night and these guys were going gangbusters. And what do you think of Pendles for Peter Wright? Seeing as you guys were chasing Pendles.
I think Peter Wright's got more football in him than Pendles. So.
But that's not why you want him.
I know we want him for the leadership. I get that, but I don't know. Peter Wright seems very.
He's not a leader.
No, but he is important for the structure.
Yeah, but you have no leadership, so structure's not going to help you if you got no leadership.
Yeah, I think that's a trade that's more beneficial for Collingwood in the long run. I think because. Are
you sure that's a long run play to have a coach like on the field?
Oh yeah,
it changes the whole fabric of your club for the years to come, right? And we need a forward, and you guys have a lot of forwards and a lot of rucks.
But it's something to think about. I'm sure that's something they're pondering with the list managers.
I don't think it's ever going to happen, but it's just I just think that I don't want Pendles to play for another club, but if he did, that's the only trade I would like to see, you know.
Yeah.
I'd probably go for that and put aside my own one club player things. But.
So now Redmond gets it to Caldwell just outside the 50,
who then
spots up Peter Wright, who we were just talking about. Oh, so Gold Coast are going after Pendlebury too.
Yeah, he won't go there.
That's too much of a move. I think he likes
his kids. He won't move his family and kids up there, I doubt.
He has a pretty nice setup down here, really. Now Peter Wright goes in for goal. And let's see if he can hit the scoreboard. We've really been peppering it, but not getting anywhere.
Dead-eye Dick Peter Wright. He's straight through the middle.
Yep. He's a great kick.
This is good coffee.
Yeah, I was late because I was getting coffee.
We need an espresso, like a proper one. You know, I don't
proper.
I can't drink instant or anything. I have to.
Exactly. But that was good play by Essendon, really moving the ball well. That kick by Redmond to spot up Caldwell, who's been out of a little bit of form, but has sort of got back in form the last couple of weeks since he's come back from injury. So Essendon's had a lot of the inside 50s this quarter, and they should have really put a bit more on the scoreboard for that. So Brian is in the ruck, and he gets it to McGrath, who's playing a lot of ruck today. In the centre today with the ruckman. And Essendon kick at goal and miss. So they're getting plenty of opportunities. They're just not, converting. And that was a bit of a snap by Clark that just was a bit offline. Now, Port Adelaide kick up along the wing, and it's cut off by Essendon, and it's taken over the line, and it will be a ball in. I'm looking to see what Jones can do today. He has been out with a lot of bad injuries, and so he's sort of starting to get a few games together, but he's sort of been out of form. They've been switching around to find his best position, and I don't think they've really found it yet. The ball's in dispute on the wing here, and Brian gets a handball from the Port Adelaide player, who gets it up along the wing, but Perkins could not collect, so it's cut off by Port Adelaide, who kick it back along the wing to their ruckman. So they kick it just to the forward 50 line, and it is marked by the Port Adelaide player. Now he's marked about 50 metres out, so he'll probably look to pass this off unless he thinks he can make that distance.
This is Whitlock, their draftee.
Yep, so he's passing it off into the pocket and kicked it to Burgoyne, I think, from here. Yep, but no closer in, really, and probably on a worse angle. So he goes in for goal. Let's see if he can make the distance or if he's spotting it up. It doesn't quite make it. It's punched over by our ruckman, Brian. So Redmond is doing the kick out. He kicks it 50 or 60 metres up to the wing, and the mark is nearly taken by Clark, who then puts pressure on Burgoyne, who collected the ball. Kicked it back into the 50. Reid spoils, but it goes to the Port Adelaide player, who then kicks it towards goal. And this time they are on target. So second goal to Port Adelaide.
That's Durden, isn't it?
No? Yeah. Might be Durden.
This 17.
Yeah. So it's a pretty tightly contested game at the moment, but Essendon's had a lot of the ball. And so I'd want them to convert a little more easily.
Anastopoulos.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I didn't know, actually.
I'm guessing that's one of the young players that have been put in for all the injuries that Port Adelaide do have.
Yeah, I expected Essendon to win more of the ball because of their injuries. There's no Butters, no Rosie, no Jason Horne-Francis. They've got no midfield.
Yeah, Essendon's had a lot of the ball. They're just not converting. They've had, I think 10 of the last 12 inside 50s or something like that. Like it's been ridiculous, but they're just not either getting spoiled or they've missed a few goals, being 1-4. But so now this is on in dispute on the wing. Sharp has it, but under pressure.
Ball, he's gone.
And yeah, good tackle. So Port Adelaide kicks into the forward 50, and
you spoil each other all the time.
Yeah, the defenders spoil each other a bit.
That was Langford and Reid. Both went for the same ball.
And I think it might have also been Condigianis as well. All three of them kind of just got in each other's way.
I don't know why so many of your players don't take the first best option. They just kind of hesitate, like Sharp on the wing.
I think sometimes they try and go for the best, look for a better option, but sometimes there just isn't one.
Yeah, but he was about to be tackled. He just had to give it to McGrath.
Yeah, that's right. So Reid gets it across to McGrath, who kicks it outside forward 50, or not quite, just inside.
That's a McGrath special, that one.
Yep, just put it on the boot, and they've marked it about 45 metres out on an angle. So Port Adelaide have kept it in their forward half. So let's see how they go kicking for goal here. And he's missed. So another behind. So Port Adelaide 2-3, Essendon 1-4.
Roberts is about to kick it in, and it drops short. But they're getting themselves into trouble. Merritt shanks it. Oh no, it's a calamity of errors, and Port are going to shoot for goal, and Port nailed the goal, makes no mistake.
Yeah, they've been a bit fumbly, Essendon, in this first
Wines
this
nailed
first quarter.
There were 4 errors in a row. I can't believe how many errors there were in a row coming out of defence.
And 2 of them were by Merritt. There was 4 errors, 2 by Merritt. Sometimes that happens. I think he's got to keep away from the back line.
It wasn't Merritt's fault.
The first one wasn't Merritt's fault.
It all started with Roberts.
Roberts
put everybody under pressure by his kick went to Merritt's ankles.
Yeah, and then Merritt's kick went to Visentini's ankles. So
but Roberts was kicking in. He had time to actually hit a target. Merritt hit his ankles, then he had to recover, and he couldn't.
Yeah,
that's not Merritt's fault.
No, it wasn't. And now McGrath gets it out of the centre, who kicks it across to
Visentini's running forward. What? Look forward.
Don't go backwards.
Look forward.
And they kick it towards Merritt, who drops the mark under pressure, and there'll be a ball in.
And this is why you might need Pendles to teach them how to fucking make better decisions. They just look. They don't know what to. They look around, they panic, and they go. But there were like guys streaming forward, and they went sideways and backwards and hesitated.
Yeah, they haven't done that for a few weeks, so I don't know what's going on in this first quarter for them to sort of go back into their shell a little bit. They've had a lot of the ball.
I don't think we've seen the 2 Visentinis go up against each other yet.
No. They haven't been, actually. So Visentini gets it down, but goes to Wines, who then's tackled. But Port Adelaide sort of work it messily forward, but then Essendon get it back, but then turn it over. And then back to Port.
And Port handballing it.
Who then get tackled again.
Who then regain possession. They're running forward with Archie Wicks.
Caldwell scoops it up, gets a handball out to Clark, who grabs it on the half volley. Then that kick is smothered.
It's a comedy of errors by both teams.
Yeah, and then Caddy puts a good tackle on. So it'll be a ball up just outside Essendon's forward 50 near the boundary. Potter get the hit down, but now it's turned over again to Congianis, to Roberts, back to Artemis, to Jones. Handballs across the ground to Reid, who found himself in trouble but got the handball out, got it to Roberts, who kicks into the forward 50 very messily. and it's then taken by the Port Adelaide ruck just on the forward 50.
Jeez, they're frustrating to watch.
Port Adelaide work it through the centre, and Port Adelaide get a free kick in front of Langford, for chopping the arms. But they miskick it into the forward 50, and it's picked off by Pryor, who kicks it back down the wing, and Merritt.
Nice mark to Merritt on the wing. Nice kick by Pryor, though.
Pryor's a good player. He's very solid.
And Merritt goes kicks to half forward.
And
the ball's about to come right back.
Yeah.
To the wing, and marked by Georgiadis on the wing.
Yeah. So Burne-Jones has it in the same spot, just a little closer into the centre of the field. He then kicks it back along the wing to another player, just sort of trying to work through Essendon's defence. They go sideways. Now they kick into the forward 50, and it's in dispute, but Roberts picks it up, who gets it to McGrath, who gets it across to Pryor, who's running up the wing. It goes across to Farrow. Down the wing, the handball to Merritt.
Up too much.
To Daywicks, who manages to get it across to the Essendon player, who kicks it into the forward line, and Caddy gets rid of his opponent and marks about 30 metres out.
Wasn't that Peter Wright who kicked it into the forward line?
It was either Wright or Visentini.
No,
I think it was Wright.
Wasn't dark-haired. Couldn't see. They'll show it here.
Yeah, Peter Wright.
Beautiful field kick from Wright. Yep, I'm pumping him up. So I want him at Collingwood.
Now, Caddy comes into kick for goal on a 45-degree angle, and it is a beautiful kick. His kicking has been spectacular the last 3 weeks.
Matthew Lloyd's work's paying off. He's been working with him, helping him with his goal kicking, and Caddy's converting a lot better lately.
Well, I think it probably is Merritt and Ridley's last game for Essendon. But you never can tell. I just have a feeling that it might be good to have a clean slate, and if the players don't want to be there, we've got plenty of good young guys coming through. And with, high picks in this draft and father-sons coming through in the next one, we've got some quite promising talent coming. So we've been relying on Merritt less and less as the season's gone on too. So Port Adelaide get it out of the ruck, but then kick it into the forward line, which is intercepted by Reid, who's had, this is, I think, his 19th game in a row for Essendon. And considering I think he's played in the 40-game mark for Essendon, that is a big achievement for him. Just to be on the field for that many games in a row is amazing. But he's been really strong this year. Now is the ball in on the wing here. So Visentini gets it out of the ruck, kicks it along the ground into the centre. Ball's in dispute. Kako picks it up, cross to Merritt, back to Kako, kicks it across the ground to find Farrow, who marks it 70 metres out. He kicks it into the forward 50 to Peter Wright on the lead, 35 metres out on a slightly worse than 45-degree angle. I've really liked Essendon's ball movement. Even though they've been turning it over a little bit, they've really been taking it on a bit better.
Peter Wright comes in, and it just pushes it to the far side.
Yeah, just across the face. Burne-Jones kicks it out of the forward 50 up the wing, and it's marked by Peter Wright. And he kicks it into forward 50. What a dart of a kick, low trajectory, straight to Daywicks, about 45 meters out on a 45-degree angle. And the siren is gone, so he will have to keep on his line to try and get this through. So he kicks this and Essendon lead for the quarter. So Daywicks comes in and he hits it well. Oh, just didn't quite make the distance. It was punched 2 meters in from the goal line, but what a good kick. So that was a good effort by him. He doesn't normally get to kick many goals, but he's sort of had a bit more of it in the forward half of the ground today. So we'll have a look at some of the stats. It seems like Essendon's had a lot of the ball, but Port Adelaide has been more efficient. But hopefully they can clean up some of their disposals. Yeah, that's what I thought. Merritt has had a bit of it. He's had 13 disposals. Pryor's had, and Archie Roberts has had 12. And there's been quite a few of the commentators saying he's dropped off a little bit, Archie Roberts, in the last 4 or 5 weeks in terms of his disposals. He was getting roughly 30 disposals per game, at least 30 disposals, and so he'd been getting that sort of 20 to 23 disposals the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I truly believe that is just because of him hurting his shoulder. That's really sort of hampered his ability, probably, or confidence going in for the ball and collecting it. So Burn Jones has had 11, but he's also done a few of the kickouts. But McGrath's had quite a lot of it, especially I've noticed in the centre. And Brian and Visentini have had 2 clearances each, and Burgoyne has had 3. So it's, fairly even. I'll have a look at the team stats. Essendon's leading in the disposals by just a little. They're just a little bit leading in some of the stoppage hit-outs and things like that. Free kicks are 1 to Essendon, 3 to Port Adelaide. I thought the umpires missed one that Peter Wright should have got. It was chopping the arms, but generally umpires haven't been very influential, which is what we want. We want the umpires to be not having an impact, because then that means they're doing their job well. So at quarter time, Essendon is 2-5-17 and 3-3-21 Port Adelaide. And so you can see we've missed quite a few shots on goal, but they have been from that further out, sort of on that 40 meters to 45 meters from goal on an angle. So they're a lot more difficult to kick. But what I'm going to have a look at, hopefully Essendon sort of get going. What I've noticed with them lately, and what has been a big criticism with Essendon, is that they have been really poor at their first quarters. They've let teams get ahead, sort of the first quarter and sort of half of the second quarter. They let the teams get ahead or hold a decent lead, normally 25 to 30 points. And today it's been good. They've started a little better. I don't know if that's just because of the opponent or whether they've sort of been conscious of that and sort of tried to rectify how they've started the game. Because it seemed like they've started slow for a lot of the games this year, even when Brad Scott was coaching. So they've sort of had that problem all year. But today, being close at the start, hopefully that means that they'll, take it away in the second and third quarters and sort of get on top a little bit more. Because I feel like they're on top in the disposals and they're taking really good risks, and the ball movement's been really good. There's been quite a few turnovers, but I'd risk that to sort of get a lead and get a flow of play going, which is what these young kids need to see. They need to see that it's okay to take those risky kicks, that it's okay to go across the ground into to the forward 50. That kind of kick on the 45 angle to the forward 50 is really what gets the backman offside, and then you get better looks at goal. So I'm hoping they continue with that this quarter. What do you think, Void? How have you seen it?
Just a lot of calamitous errors and frustrating skill errors, and when they get it forward quick and with fluency, they're always hitting a really good target inside 50. It's falling apart between the arcs a lot of the time, or coming out of defence.
Yeah, I think that part of that, the falling apart coming out of defence, is probably a sign of the young players that we have in the defence and the limited time they've had playing together. They've had a block of games now, but it still takes a long time to build that the connection between your defenders and knowing where each one's going to be, and that's why they spoil each other instead of letting one mark it. But we're coming up to the ball up for the second quarter, and Brian hits it down, but it goes straight to a Port Adelaide player who's wrapped up by Setterfield immediately. So the ball's again in dispute. Roberts grabs it, goes to McGrath, who handball misses the target, but is collected by Clark, who gets out of a tackle, who's collected by a Port Adelaide player who is tackled by Kako. It's play on. Merritt collects it, handballs it backwards. The ball's in dispute. Burgoyne tries to collect, doesn't. And now it's a ball up at the Essendon forward 50 near the boundary. Just need a little bit cleaner with that ball movement with handball. Brian gets it down to the Port Adelaide player, who then hacks the ball, but then gets it to the Essendon player across again and handballs it to a guy under pressure, turns it over. But again, Essendon's putting the pressure on, and there's another stoppage just outside Essendon's forward 50. So I like that even when they're not clean, they're putting the pressure on even when they miss their targets. Burgoyne is tackled again, and there's another ball up. Yeah, Merritt has had a lot of touches today, Mello. He's already up to 14 and one behind.
We're going head to head with Pommy. He's doing a watch along as well.
Oh, there you go. And Merritt has a big shiner from last week. The ruck gets it down to the Port Adelaide player, who's then wrapped up very quickly by McGrath. There'll be another stoppage. We've had 4 or 5 ball ups in the last minute in the centre here. Brian whacks it forward, gets it to McGrath, who kicks it in, who gets it to Perkins, who marks about 40 metres out on a slight angle.
And what do you think's going to happen with Perkins? You think he's going to be delisted, or?
Perkins is one of those players that's a tease. He's an almost AFL player. You know what I mean? At this point, he's 24 years of age. I think he was originally drafted as a mid forward. They've been playing him more as a centre half forward type, and he's missed that one.
Bad miss.
Yeah,
it wasn't a hard kick.
That was not a hard kick.
He's not gonna get another contract with kicks like that. Bloody hell.
Exactly, and his contract's up for renewal. He's another one of those. So, and it's one of those things where you kind of like, oh, do you try? Oh my God, there's a turnover in the forward 50. Port Adelaide just absolutely
Caldwell shoots
Caldwell
and
and
misses.
misses.
Far out.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
they're dominating Essendon.
Yeah, they are. They're dominating around the
No
ground.
wonder your coaches keep
You
getting
watch
sacked.
Port Adelaide just go ahead
Players-
now and kick a goal. You got to take your chances here.
Yeah, they've had a lot of forward 50s. So Port Adelaide bring it through the centre now, but they miskick it, but wasn't collected by the Essendon defender. Kako chases, but doesn't quite. I don't know how that is 15 meters. But yeah.
Oh.
So Lucas, I'm just checking. You can hear me fine when I'm talking.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, they can hear you fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no worries.
I'm just in and out. I'm just in and out.
Oh, that's okay. So Burgoyne is kicking for goal, and he gets it, but that was not 15 meters. That was 100% not 15 meters. So Chris is asking about Merritt's eye. He got a whack in the cheekbone last week. In I think early in the second quarter or something like that, and it just blew straight up. He kept playing, of course, but yeah. Yes, yeah, Mello. The first question you had was, who's my tip for the coaching gig? I reckon they might give it to Hurd. I just have a feeling they might. But
It's what the fans want, don't they? The fans want Hurd.
well, I think even the ones that don't necessarily want it understand that it might be necessary. And now they've paid this deliberate, which I think is a bit rough. He was actually trying to get to the Essendon player, but that's okay. Yeah, so Port Adelaide kick towards goal and is punched through by Jones. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Like, I'm happy with any of those potential coaches that they've got, and so that's I'm happy either way, really.
Don't discount Graham.
No, like, yeah, I think he's supposed to be very good. So
he's looking like he's getting to be a little bit of a stronger sort of chance. I'm hearing.
Now Caldwell kicks it across the ground here to Setterfield, who handballs it to Roberts, who kicks it wide to Perkins.
That's a free
kick. Who gets completely
that's got to be a free kick.
And that was a shocking umpiring decision. So now
he pulled him down out of the air and chopped his arms. Wow.
Yeah, our forwards don't get much love from the umpires in general, so I'm just kind of used to it. Yeah, I agree, Mello. He'd be very good. And sometimes, you need an outside voice to sort of help, sort of bring everyone together. There's no biases. There's no sort of no favoritism in general. So I think sometimes that's a good thing. Now, Port Adelaide kick along the wing here to grass, and it is in dispute here. Reid does really well against two opponents, gets it across the Essendon player, who then kicks it up the wing to Perkins, who marks just forward of the centre line. He kicks. Now he hesitates. He kicks it to the Essendon player, who marks only just 15 metres, I would say, to Clark, just on the boundary. He's kicking into the forward 50. And here you can see that Caddy has marked it, which I didn't think they were going to pay. And do you know why we're not seeing Visentini against Visentini in the ruck? Because he's playing on Peter Wright.
Right.
So I didn't notice that until then. I was sort of trying to see who he was playing on, but he'd been on the ground, but not really rucking very much. So I think it's Sweet who's rucking most. So sometimes I think they give a reluctant free kick to Caddy. Hopefully he can slot this through. And he does.
Good goal.
He is on target today.
What's the clearance count? I expect Essendon to win the clearance count with no Butters, Horn Francis, and Rosie.
I'll have a look because the centre clearance.
Yeah,
let's
the
have a
eye
look.
test says that Essendon's walking it out.
It's actually pretty even. It's 4-3. Burgoyne's having quite a bit of influence in the centre. And I think all of those clearances might be his. I'd have to check that, but he's had quite a few clearances. And I know McGrath's had a couple of clearances as well in the centre. He's not normally in the centre this much, but has been in there nearly every centre bounce that I could see. And I like him in the centre. I'd rather a dump kick into the forward 50. Port Adelaide get it out, but under pressure from Redmond, who gets it, puts his teammate under pressure, but they mop it up. They get to Caldwell, out to Jones, and then they kick it to Reed, who is about 10 metres inside the forward 50, who turns it over. What a terrible kick that was. Port Adelaide go across the ground about 80 metres from goal, and they keep working it, kick it into the forward 50 now. And, they paid the mark to Georgiades. I actually think that was a team mark, but
You
pay it.
You so badly need a player like a Pendles to half the problem at Essendon is they just don't know. They don't know what to do. A lot of them. They don't know how
Yeah.
to. They don't know what choice to make, and they don't know where to go, where to stand, or who to.
See, that's why they're missing Ridley a lot, and because in the back line, Georgiades kicks that goal.
Oh, we used to. Yeah, we have plenty of times, Chris.
Yeah.
Haven't done that for a little while, but yeah, we used to a lot.
Sometimes it's just,
believe it or not, Essendon seemed to win every time I used to go watch Collingwood and Essendon play.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I sort of cracked the shits.
Now Essendon need that Ridley type in the back line that has that high footy IQ. They're missing that with him being out. So we really need to get a really good backman. We have a good backman that's always injured in our on our list, but he's had 2 knee injuries this year. He returned from one from last year, an ACL, and then he
Who's that?
Hayes,
Right.
another big tall, and he was playing really well until he got injured. So, but again, that's another player that isn't as tested as what we would like. So we probably need another senior defender, and which was what Mackay was supposed to be, but hasn't really worked out. Now Essendon are playing with the ball a little bit here across the centre. McGrath gets it to Jones, who looks like he's playing in the defence, who kicks it to a contest. Daywicks gets it out to Redmond, who avoids the tackler, who handballs it across to Sharp, who kicks it to the square. And Caddy was being held before the ball came in. It looks like he'll get the free. They're very, very worried about our forwards. That's what I've noticed, the defenders. Yeah, they're holding a lot. So Caddy kicks the goal. And he's been on song today, so that's his 3rd goal. So that's really good.
It feels that the one team, both teams are just trying to get one forward as many goals as they can, like Caddy for Essendon and Georgiades at Port Adelaide, because that's all they've got down there.
Yeah.
Like I know Essendon got Peter Wright, but Port really don't have anyone else other than Georgiades.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm really looking forward to next year when we have May back as well in that forward line. That's going to be a very potent forward line with those three boys down there. Now, Potter has marked in the centre. They work it through the centre with handball, but Setterfield puts on a tackle, but doesn't quite stop the ball going forwards. Kick it into Georgiades, who's marked, but he squares it.
Oh,
and
gee.
now that was a little bit loose on their
Todd Marshall.
forwards.
Now, Todd Marshall is not the best goal kicker in the world. He's had his troubles this year. We shouldn't really miss this though.
Yeah, it's not that far out, and it's not a difficult angle.
He's sort of lucky to still be on a list, I think.
Yeah, they played him at fullback for a couple of weeks and then moved him down forward. So, but because they've got no one else, they've kind of forced to play him forward. But his kicking is pretty bad.
He only just made that in for behind there.
Wow. Okay.
Across the ground.
Yeah.
The drop-off's been really, really bad with him the last couple of years.
Yeah, he used to be, under Ken, he used to be their number 2 with Georgiades. He used to be really good. He'd give you 30, 40 goals, but that's just gone way down. He's had a lot of problems with concussion as well. And he's dropped off, so Josh Carr's made him as a half-backer. And that went okay for a little bit, and then he got dropped. And then they've only brought him back the last 4 weeks as a forward.
So now the ball is on the wing, and I don't know how Visentini didn't get a free kick there because there was clearly dragged down. And then we go up the wing. Brian picks it up, gets a handball across to Setterfield, and Setterfield turns it over under pressure. Port Adelaide are under pressure as well by Redmond, who gets him over, and there's a ball in on the wing.
You're right. It is the Caddy and Georgiades show. I don't think Georgiades would be passing that again.
No. It wasn't that hard a kick for him, right?
Yeah,
It's
no.
right on the boundary, and he's a good kick for
he's a big kick. Yeah, he's a big kick. He can kick it 50, yeah. It's just his accuracy's gone downhill a little bit.
Now, Port Adelaide have kicked it out of bounds on the full, near their behind post. And so Essendon will kick it in. Georgiades looks a bit sore running into the fence there, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Port Adelaide pick it off, but is under pressure by Artemis, Unwin. They both look the same from a distance. So Port Adelaide tried to get it out, but couldn't get it as far as Kako, but then he was tackled and it is incorrect disposal. Then they've called play on, and they've now got a mark in the forward 50.
And that was I think that was intended for Georgiades as well. He just got in the way.
Yeah. This quarter, Port Adelaide have probably picked up their game a little bit, I would say. They're just sort of moving the ball a little bit better and getting their hands on it at stoppage a bit more.
This is Bammett. I think he's a mid-season pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
he's just snuck
it in. I was hoping it was going to hit that post, but no.
Essendon just can't get back-to-back goals just to get in front, can they?
Yeah, they're sort of playing a little bit more erratic than they normally do. I think they're trying to speed up the ball movement, which is something they want to learn to do, I guess, in the future. But whether they've got the skill and the connection to do it at the moment, they may not. But we'll see. Maybe they'll improve as the game goes on. And Reed had Georgiades covered there. So if the Port player didn't mark it, then Georgiades was not going to get it. Port Adelaide win it out of the centre and kick it into forward line. Jones couldn't quite mark it, but collects. He gets it across to Pryor and then gets it across to Contagianis. So he's holding it up here. It doesn't look like there's much to kick to. So he kicks across to the boundary line. They then thump it up the ground. Port Adelaide miss a handball. Brian's gonna give away a free kick for high. And I was very lucky not to give away a 50 there for not standing on the mark, but he stood just in time, I would say. I haven't seen enough of Jack Bowes to sort of have an opinion on that.
Well, Lucas would know.
Lucas would know more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can comment on that.
He's been in it. It was just that Vincentini kicking to his brother there. Yeah,
it's not
Jack,
your backyard footy.
yeah. Maybe it's a sign they want to play on each other.
I heard they want Bowes for a bit of leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowes is in and out of our team. He just can't quite crack into the AFL team. He's very good in the VFL. He'll give you 30 every week, kick a couple of goals, but he can't translate that to AFL. But he's a good finisher. He's a very good finisher. So running goals, crumbing in the CBAs inside 50. So he's very good at finishing.
He was the guy. You didn't really want him. You got him so you could get the draft pick.
Correct. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Salary dump.
Yeah.
He had a huge contract at the Gold Coast, and Geelong took on his contracts in exchange for Gold Coast first round pick, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Essendon is kicking out of the back line here, and to a contest, and I think it'll probably be a ball in. Yes, on the outer side.
I think you guys are screaming for some actual leadership.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, there's a little bit of a lack of leadership when Roby, your first-year player, was organising the forward line. You should have your leaders doing that. You know what I mean? So now Port Adelaide has taken possession. They've kicked it onto just on the 50-metre line on a tight angle. So I think this is Sweet in front of Brian.
Yep, Jordan Sweet.
He's kicked it long.
Oh, wow.
And he's kicked it straight.
Got it.
That's a good kick.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I thought it was just to get the pick. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, but it just hasn't worked out. It just hasn't. You're just not consistent enough.
Yeah.
But he does really well in the VFL every week, though. So Porter got back-to-back goals here, right? Just need a.
He couldn't get a
flow.
game with the Gold Coast either.
So Lucas Port, back-to-back goals.
Yeah, see, this problem with Essendon, they're pretty easy to score against, so they've got to stop the bleeding, probably kick the next one, just to stop that bleeding.
Yeah, exactly. I think they've gone out with a very attacking style today, whereas normally they're a little bit more defensive of late. But we'll see how that goes over the game. How that was not called a push by Georgiades, I do not know. Jones thumps it out to Setterfield.
How do you drop a chest mark?
I think it has to be inferred pressure. Oh my God. And then they called it holding the ball. Are you for real?
Well, it was.
He did not.
No
have
doubt
the
they're
ball.
gonna look. They're gonna look for Georgiades with this kick. There's no doubt about this. If I'm Essendon, I'm switching on.
Yeah, I would put Redmond on him probably. But Georgiades gave his opponent a huge push. And do you know what? They did not pay it. And that just says to me that the umpires clearly have certain players they like and certain players they don't like, because they pay free kicks for some and not for others. And he kicks the goal. But yeah, Essendon need to be better than that.
They've got 3 in a row, Port Adelaide.
Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Sort of, they'll always let the teams get away a little bit. The accurate kicking is keeping them ahead more.
Essendon just shocking, but like ball movement.
Yeah,
Like they can't bloody execute a basic sort of skill. It's just
they're dropping marks
it's
and
just a-
fumbly.
It's just a fluke whenever Essendon move the ball without making a mistake.
They're a bit fumbly, and they shouldn't be. So Port Adelaide work it towards their forward 50, but don't get there because Reid puts on a good tackle. There's a ball up on the outer side. McGrath gets it to the ruckman, out to Caldwell, kicks it along the wing. It's not a good kick. Port Adelaide scoop it up, but he's under pressure. And Essendon will get a ball up here. They were tackled here. So Farrow was tackled, and he hasn't had come into the game very much today. So hopefully he can do that in the next half of the game.
They need the next one, Essendon. They just need to stop this bleeding. They need the next goal.
Yeah, exactly. So Brian kicks it along the wing. It's a high ball. And Merritt tackles the Port Adelaide player, gets the ball out to Setterfield, gets it across to Caldwell. Kako takes possession, kicks it, but doesn't hit the target.
Fucking hell.
Caldwell
It's got to hit the target.
Caddy
Good mark. Pulls it in.
Oh, good mark.
What a good mark.
Jeez, wasn't even to his advantage, that kick.
Oh, we'll pencil that one in.
Today.
He made that kick look good. It wasn't a good kick.
Yeah, it was very up and under. Not always good for your forwards, but when you've got someone like Caddy who just sort of can pluck out the hard ones sometimes, and he kicks a goal. I think it's a really good contest. I'd like Essendon to get another goal here just to bring them a little bit closer.
So I reckon your forward line would look a lot better without Peter Wright in it.
Stop trying to steal him.
I reckon Peter Wright's just it's not functioning well because
I think he likes playing with Caddy.
He still goes to Collingwood games with his family.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he sits in. He's still a Collingwood nuffy. Well, his rest of his family is.
I don't know how long his contract is. Might be another year.
Next year.
Brian gets it down. Merritt couldn't gather it. McGrath gets it out to Setterfield, who gets tackled, who gets it out again. It's in dispute here again. Artemis gets it to Farrow, who dump kicks it into the forward line, bounce on its end.
Caddy. What a
grabs it, then handballs it over under pressure. Day Wicks has put the tackle on the Port Adelaide player. He's very lucky. Yes, he thought he might have dragged that in.
Caddy's got a bit of X factor.
He's moving like a midfielder today.
No, but jumped at a 50-50.
He's doing better here, isn't it? This is a last 5 minutes to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. I feel like they've fumbled less. The ball's been in a bit more dispute, but they've sort of worked better together. So let's
There
see
should
if
be a goal
Davies
here.
can slot this through.
I've penciled it in.
Come on, buddy. Too early.
Oh no. Oh, bloody hell.
I think
He was only 20 metres out, wasn't he?
about nearly 30, but that's still a gettable goal.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't a tough angle.
Oh, there we go. Bloody hell.
And there's a free kick to Port Adelaide on the wing. I guess it's against the ruckman. So we want Essendon to get it back here. So he kicks
You
it
don't
high
want
up
Port
in
to
the
go
air,
up the other end.
and then Jones collects it. Jones across to Caddy, who didn't quite grab it in, but he managed to rove it. He then handballs it. He's tackled without it, but that's okay. Then Port get a mark to Georgiades just inside 50 on a tightish angle.
Yeah, but why? But why do your defenders play behind him? Why are they always playing?
Yeah,
behind
I
him?
don't get that.
I think that was because of the turnover.
No, but all day
He's in 2 minds here, Georgiades. He might play on here.
I can't. Siren's just gone.
He was gonna.
He was gonna.
He's not confident at all, but he's a big kick. He'll make the distance easily, but he's not confident.
Yeah, it's not an easy kick. He's made a good fist of it, but it's across the face.
Makes the point. He had the distance, just didn't have the accuracy.
Yeah.
That was okay by the Bombers in that last 5 minutes. Just Daywicks should have been a goal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that should have been a goal. Like I said, he's not normally in that position at sort of that half forward. He's more on the wing. He's a bit of a hard nut player. Only the last couple of weeks have I seen him kick for goal more than once in a game. So if he cleans that up, I think he will be a valuable player. He's very tough. So what do you think of the game so far, Void?
Oh, it's just more of the same.
Frustrating. So we'll have a look at some of the stats, and then we'll address some of the comments. So Merritt has 21 already, going at 81% efficiency. McGrath has 18, going at 94% efficiency. Burgoyne has 17. Ollie Wines has 17, but he's only going at 52%, but he's kicked a goal. Setterfield 16, Roberts 15, Caldwell 15. So that's good numbers for Caldwell. He's been a little bit off lately, out of form, and I think that's probably because of his his reduced preseason. He's sort of been struggling with some injuries this year, some niggles. And then it's pretty even after that. In terms of goals, Caddy's kicked 4, Georgiades 3, Peter Wright 1, Burgoyne, Sweet, Wines have all got 1. So I think in general it's a fairly even game. I think Essendon's handballing a little too much. It gets them into trouble sometimes. If they could clean that up, that would help. And Port Adelaide have 8 free kicks to 4 Essendon. I thought they've not called a couple that were clearly there on the Essendon side. But in general, it's been fairly even. Essendon has kicked 8 behinds, and none of them were rushed. So they could definitely clean that up a little bit. But the tackles, even though it doesn't seem like a very defensive game, Essendon's had 35 tackles to Port Adelaide's 21 tackles. So I think that's really quite good pressure they're putting on. And five of those tackles are in the forward 50 compared to 1 with Port Adelaide. But I sometimes think that can happen a bit more when the ball's in dispute more. I feel like when Port Adelaide go forwards, they're going forwards cleaner, they're hitting targets, as opposed to the ball coming to ground and it being crumbed. So, yeah, flash movie trivia. Yeah, I think Essendon not kicking as straight as they could. I think they've missed probably 3 to 4 gettable goals. That would have, it makes such a big difference. Definitely 3 that were just, you would expect them to kick. But Caddy's having a really good game. So far, I think it's probably his best game of the year so far. If he keeps going at this rate, I don't think he's kicked more than 4 for the year, has he, Void?
I can't remember.
I don't know if he got a 5. I'm not sure, but I'd have to look that up. But it does seem like for only the first half, having 4 goals is very good, and he's getting his hands to it. And Caddy as Essendon captain in the future, I could see that. He's very passionate. He's very driven. He has the right attitude. I think he would hold high standards. He holds very high standards of his own performance. Like sometimes he gets really angry at himself if he misses a mark or if he misses a goal. I saw it where he kicked a lot of behinds earlier in the year and he just got so angry at himself. And sometimes that doesn't look nice on the TV because he's just, sometimes people take that as an attitude problem. No, he's actually angry at himself because he thinks he needs to help the team get better. And I think that's a good attitude to have.
So you guys were all going into the wee hours. I fell asleep. I threw it on and fell asleep, and I woke up with a really bad hacking coughing fit in the middle of the night. And then you guys were still going, and then I couldn't sleep, so I was coughing my lungs up. And then I just stayed on till you guys finished up. But it was very entertaining.
Yeah, they're just showing some vision at the moment of Merritt's Shiner. Yeah, I remember him doing it last week. His cheek was bleeding, but he's pretty tough. I don't think much stops him from playing games. And Brian and Visentini, I think, have had a fairly even stats from the eye test. I'll just have a look and see how they've been going in the hitouts. I think, yeah, so Brian and Visentini have been very even. Brian has 8, Visentini has 7, Sweet has 11. So
Yep, MD. Yeah, yeah. I didn't tune in early. I tuned in the second half, and after Paul jumped on, and oh yeah, it was funny. A lot of Ollie Henry talk.
I think earlier in the chat, someone suggested that, it was Mello. Howe will be a good coach player. I agree with that. Howe is probably a better fit for Essendon because they need that backline stability with so many young players down in the backline. That's why Langford is down there quite a lot. He's trying to help out in terms of experience. But when your main defender hasn't played that many games in comparison, you need that experience in the backline. I think that's where the value would come, is having someone like Jeremy Howe, because that's that experience in the back line is so pivotal in stopping goals, positioning, especially young guys. So, yeah. Because, Zach Reed's only played 41 games, and you can see how much developing he has to come.
Do you think another club could fix Jordan Ridley's body and like a better fit? Because I was looking at your coaches and every like your off-field setup. It's really actually embarrassing. You only have about 4 people working at Essendon. It looks like a club from the 1970s. You don't have the type of firepower that other clubs have where they've got like 20, 30 staff, you know? It just looked really weird how it all looks like 3 or 4 people are doing everything.
Well, the amount of staff that have left once Brad Scott left is unbelievable. Like, I think they lost the coach and the psychologist, and then they also then Solomon became the main coach, which meant the development coach, who is Hurley, became the backline coach. So then there's no real development coach, and so there's just not many staff in there at the moment to help these guys out either.
I think the Queensland teams aren't interested in him, Mello, anymore. Brisbane's gone cold on him. Gold Coast isn't interested in him. I reckon he'll go to another Victorian club.
Do you know what I think Ridley should probably do? Since we changed our fitness staff, we have had a lot less soft tissue injuries. Our injuries this year have been more structural, such as syndesmosis. You've had the odd knee, like but more medial ligament. We've had those kinds of things, weird stuff. You're like, oh, that doesn't happen very often. But not really soft tissue. And that was our biggest issue the previous time, was that we're getting a lot of soft tissues. Ridley is the main person that gets a lot of soft tissue. So we really need to get him right. Matthew Innes told him it would take a full season, 2 pre-seasons to get him right. And so it really just depends on whether he wants to stick it out, because he does have, 3 years left on his contract, I think, Ridley. So whether he wants to try another year, get his body right, then he can show the other teams that he can get his body right. So then he can then move where he wants, because he is a great reader of the ball, and he just reads the ball in flight amazing. He was an All-Australian player. So it's not that he doesn't have the talent. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be about his body, and I wonder if staying at Essendon one more year might actually be of his benefit. If Innes can get his body right and he can show that his body's fine, and then he wants to go to Queensland, I think that's the better bet for him.
I think if someone to back in their fitness staff to fix him, he's a superstar.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'd take him at Collingwood if we had a tiny bit more depth in the back line, so you could afford to have him on the list for a year, not playing much.
Yeah.
But as where we stand, I think we need some guys who could actually play.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we've got another coach leaving at the end of this game. Dan McPherson's leaving. So we've got a lot of people leaving at the moment. So that's going to be a big turnover.
Nah, just at home, MD.
Well, the trade period's going to be really interesting, I think, going forwards in general with Ridley, Merritt. Does Merritt get to the Hawks? I don't know. Does he go somewhere else? That's another option.
If you miss out, if we miss out on Butters, would any Collingwood people in the chat would anyone be interested in Merritt if you missed out on Butters? Because I could see a world where something like that might happen or could happen conceivably.
So, do you think Butters will come to Collingwood, Void? In general?
Oh, I don't know. Not fussed either way.
There's some.
If he doesn't come, like Merritt's still like a All Australian level player. So like he would make us better.
Yes, he would.
But it depends. I wouldn't want to give up the world to get someone like him.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting trade period with the number of big name players possibly moving around. But I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, it really depends on a lot of things. It depends on who they think they're going to get in the draft versus, who they're going to target as a free agent. There's all sorts of things that sort of need to play out for a lot of clubs to sort of get these big deals over the line. So yeah, hopefully the second half will be a little bit more sort of not free flowing, but like really tighter ball movement, sort of where they're hitting the handballs, sort of a better display of ball movement. That's what I want for the second half. If we win this game, we lose the first pick, but also winning a game is worth it for the boys, I think. So, because I think the draft is very even. The draft is very even. So, yeah, we will see how that all plays out. The good thing is we'll probably get a pretty good fielder in the draft. So even if we do lose Merritt, I think we have a lot of good players coming through that can take up his role, even though they might not be as good to start with. So, that's interesting on Stringer.
Yeah, I don't believe it, Chris.
I don't know if Collingwood would take him. I don't know if they need him. Do you think they need him?
We need forwards, but not him.
He's been putting his hand up by, kicking a lot of goals in the last few weeks, but, I always found at Essendon he played well in the
but I bet he's turning
in his contract year.
Yeah, but he's only turning it on now because he's trying to impress another club.
Yeah, that's what worries me. I'd like a player to be internally driven. That's the sort of thing I would look at, not playing because their contract's coming up.
Jaden Stevenson was like that in the VFL. He did nothing, then 2 weeks before the mid-season draft, he kicks like a couple of bags of goals and actually puts in effort.
Yeah, you don't want players like that because it just means they're lazy. They're not willing to give everything they can for their team, and that's the problem. So yeah, that's what I sort of look at a player. You want a player to give their all, regardless of what their contract is. So that's what you want. So Mello Stringer did play midfield, but he played midfield forward. He's that power player, kind of like your Jordan De Goey, but probably less power through that midfield. He would never be fit enough to play more midfield time than forward time.
I still don't buy it, Chris. The journalists don't know shit. Like when they said, like they can't, like they'd been taught in talks. Really, that's just somebody ringing up a club. You know, I can't see how we passed on him 2 years ago and how he's more attractive now, 2 years older. Like if he was so special, why GWS tipping him out on his ear, not asking for anything, you know?
Would Essendon retake him back?
No, I don't think so.
I know he's kicking a lot of goals. I just don't care. I don't care if he kicks 100.
Mainly
Mm.
because, well, wasn't he part of that group at Essendon that sort of were a bit wayward?
They were bringing in organised crime members into the Essendon Football Club. Him and Nick Hind were friends with those bikies.
Yeah, Mick Gatto and that.
Yeah, so I think with a young team like Essendon, I don't think you would want to bring that back. Collingwood could tolerate that because they're kind of stronger. But it doesn't take much.
What club's going to tolerate that?
No, as in they could tolerate a player like that.
How? Look what Jamal.
Oh, you've got.
But I think
look what a couple of. Look what Bobby Hill did. Bobby Hill wasn't even anywhere near as bad. And it completely, you know,
it can
derailed us.
It can. It depends on it depends a lot on what the players like at the club as well.
We just finally like got something off our shoulders, you know. Now, you know, I just don't agree with it.
I think what Ray's saying is that, to be fair, that you've got a lot of hard men down there at Collingwood. You know, maybe you can put up with that kind of style.
You could keep them in line. That's more I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would say the Giants have good leaders, but the thing is he's no different to what he was at the Dogs and Essendon. What's different about Stringer now? He still doesn't train, or he's not a defensive player.
No, and he comes to the club unfit every year. I did at Essendon every year.
Hey, you can go get fucked.
All right. Well, the game started again.
All right, back at the game. That's a hard no for you there.
That's a hard no.
Well, look,
right.
but just before anything much happens in the game, because but honestly, you wouldn't take him at Geelong. Let's say even if he kicked 80 or 90 goals a year, would you look at him? You still probably wouldn't, would you?
No, it doesn't fit. If it was 5 years ago, maybe, yeah.
His age also doesn't help.
No.
So now Essendon's Caddy's kicking along the wing here. He gets it to Perkins just outside the forward 50 from Essendon on near the boundary.
Yeah.
And I noticed Merritt's playing out of the forward line a bit. Caddy, nearly marks it. Burgoyne. And there's a ball up.
The only time I would maybe look at someone like that is if it was the absolute difference between getting a flag and not getting a flag, right?
Yeah.
If you were in a prelim and you were just falling short and you needed, that's why we were looking at Stephen May, right? And I know he's a dickhead, and if he didn't have those back issues, we'd be like, maybe you'd tolerate it because it could maybe get you just that little bit. That little next step, but in the position we're in right now, I don't think we're like just that. What Jake String is the difference between us and a flag, you know?
No, I agree.
Yeah, he's a short-term prospect.
Kicks into the midfield, and Jones is tackled. It comes out, and Port Adelaide take it into their forward 50, but Essendon intercept. Langford followed by Reid, who gets it back to Langford.
I just don't think he helps us, Chris. We need a key forward, not like Jake Stringer. We've got we actually need someone like Peter Wright. Jake Stringer's just another small, you know, medium sort of third tall.
Now, Port Adelaide kicks across the ground and is intercepted by Perkins, who then kicks it into the forward line to Peter Wright.
Oh,
And
that's
that
50.
should be 50.
That's 50. It's gotta be.
Wow.
How is that not 50? That
No.
guy there, I always forget his name. He's been at the forwards all game.
Oh, that's what's her name?
I always forget his name.
I know him.
Yeah.
Why can't I remember?
It's just a bit too far out, Peter Wright, isn't he?
No, he's got the distance from here. He should have a crack here. He can kick 65 meters.
And get that guy back off the mark. He walked about a metre forwards.
Okay, Collingwood people listening in.
Oh no.
If the club hears this, Pendlebury for Peter Wright.
And how?
No, just
He
Pendlebury.
did 2 of them.
Got it. No,
Just
spray.
faded.
Mark by
Katie.
He's got it. Now, his goal kicking has been elite today, Caddy.
Yeah.
Well
Come on,
done.
buddy. Kick this one. That's what we want. I have a feeling this will equal his best. I think he might have kicked 5 before.
He's got it.
Back to 2 goals.
How many goals is that now for Caddy?
That must be. Is that 5? It's 5 for
5,
Caddy.
yeah.
5 straight.
5 straight. Early
3 to
stages of
Georgiades.
the third quarter. Can Caddy kick? Okay, how many is he going to kick for the game, guys? I'm going to say 10.
To win, I reckon you need about 8. I reckon he needs 8 if they were to win.
I'm going to go big. I'm going to say he's going to kick. He's going to kick He's going to kick a bag of 10.
They don't have an answer to Caddy down there at the moment.
Gee, if he kicks 10 goals, like, mate, just to give you guys like something awesome to take out of the game.
Right. Now, they need back-to-back goals here, Resident. If they can get back-to-back goals, they can put a lot of pressure on Port here.
Yeah, they're only 10 points down.
Now, Port can't play 4 quarters. That's their problem. Good chance.
So Essendon have it in the back line. Roberts kicks it along the wing to Visentini, and that's 50.
That's
Come
50.
on. Yeah,
Paid it.
that was real. That's late, and he didn't want to give it either, the umpire. I tell you what, that's a short 50.
Gee. Now, where's Caddy?
It was on the wing, right?
Yeah.
That's a they put Visentini on him, and he still marks it.
Just probably too far, no?
It might be a little far out. He runs around.
Oh. Bit of a helicopter.
Good result.
Yeah, ball in's a good result.
So just a little bit too far out there, Ray, for him, yeah?
Yeah, just a little. Especially because of the angle as well. So Burgoyne tries to clear it out.
Good strong mark there.
Yeah, good mark by Port Adelaide.
That is. Oh God, I said his name. Whitlock.
Yes.
Jeez, I haven't slept much, have I?
And he gets a lasso. He didn't hit Burgoyne there.
I'm forgetting players' names on that tide.
Now Sharp is kicking in here. And it's not a good kick. Sharp's been off today. I've noticed he's turned it over a little bit by foot. So, Caddy, he's having a blinder. He just intercepted that.
Wow.
Got a handball
went
out.
and won his own football.
I know, right? He's just now Port Adelaide do get it into their forward 50. But Georgiades, yeah, that was play on because it must have been touched by the Essendon player. Oh,
Langford
wow.
Langford touched it.
I think he gave him an elbow to the face there.
He did.
How is that not a free? I don't know.
Getting frustrated, Georgiades.
Yeah, I think they'll look at that.
Oh, you wouldn't need to trade for Gresham, Chris. He'd be a delisted free agent.
Yeah. And there'll be a ball in on the wing here.
I'd take Peter Wright though over Gresh, I think, because we need a key. Like Gresh is more like if we were just going to go grab a money ball player, but like Peter Wright's a more crucial type that we need.
And so Essendon has a lasso just outside the Port 50 metre.
Would any Collingwood people? I asked you before, if we didn't get Butters, would you look at Merritt? Seeing as he's definitely not going to be at Essendon, and would he move the needle for us? I think he probably would. It'd give Nick another sort of A grader to play beside.
Oh, good kick by Unwin.
Wow.
Unwin.
Here they come.
So Unwin, he's also up for contract renewal. He's only, I think he's 19. So he's had a bad run of injuries, but he's actually put 3 good games together. That was
Boy,
nice Peter Wright.
Come. We're going to pencil that in.
Yes, and he kicks it. So now only 4 points of difference.
They're all over Port Adelaide here. I'm telling you.
Essendon have good second halves generally.
Yeah, and Port problem they don't play 4 quarters.
You can see Unwin just tapped it in front of himself, collected it, and then put it on his boot to the advantage of Peter Wright in that square there. That was just. This is why they picked him up. He's quick and he's got a bit of X factor, this kid. We just haven't been able to see much of it. So we're back into the centre. Brian's in the ruck. Merritt nearly got it out to McGrath, but then it's been socced. Then Pryor picks it up to Brian, to Merritt, who goes back inboard, handballs it to Sharp, who gets it across to Pryor, whose handball was cut off, but Sharp gets it back. Pryor is under pressure again. They're trying to do a little bit too much with it.
Did Pryor have no Pryor?
Yeah, I think he had Pryor on that one. Georgiades collects, but he's tackled straight away, and that's
ball. He dropped that. Disposal. Yeah. Oh, a little elbow there again. And he did a little elbow there.
You want to watch it because he won't play next season in the first couple of games if he's not careful.
I'm sure he's not missing.
He does get a little bit frustrated at times, Georgiades.
You think that's a threat to hang over his head? Oh, you're not going to get to play in a bottom side the first 2 rounds next year.
You would think he'd rather the rest.
Exactly. He'll throw a few more elbows because he doesn't want to play in this team till they're better.
And so the kick in went to a contest, and now there's a ball up in the forward pocket.
He's never normally like that, is he, Lucas? I never see him like.
No, he's a cool cat. He doesn't need to get frustrated.
What
are you doing to him, Ray? What are your Bombers doing to poor Mitch?
Well, the thing is, I see that's a push.
He's got one.
That's a push, buddy. You're done.
He's got one more. He's got one more year, Chris, just next year. So not much.
So they go back to Reed.
No, see, why would you go backwards there? Why wouldn't you just go forward? Why do you have to go backwards there?
I know they're flooded, but you got to move a bit more.
God, just puts them under pressure there.
Yeah. Now he kicks up the wing.
Beautiful kick.
Yeah. That's to Day Wicks, then to Merritt.
They're all over Port here.
The target. And I'm sure this will end up going over. It's in dispute here in the forward pocket. And nearly got hold of the ball there, but it's going to be a ball up. Well, he's against Georgiades and Langford are playing on each other, and I think Daywick snaps.
Or is it going to come back?
No.
No,
Ended
misses.
enough.
Oh, put him in front.
Langford's a good player, and I think he's frustrating him because he's not getting a clear run at the ball. Now, Port Adelaide kicking out. Kicks to the wing. And Port Adelaide mark.
That's Whitlock.
Whitlock.
Oh,
and then it's cut off.
Good pressure by McGraw. That's a free
It's
kick
been
to Kako.
held.
He didn't have
Kako.
possession.
Oh, my God. But no, of course, it's not called. And then Port Adelaide handball it down the wing.
Run faster.
Burgoyne.
Jeez,
Burgoyne.
he was just loping towards him. He could have actually worried him off the kick there, Brian, if he had ran a bit.
Yeah, I think he's a bit tired.
Oh, that wasn't Whitlock earlier, sorry, because he's 17. That was 32 earlier.
And good mark by Setterfield in the back line there. I feel like Setterfield hasn't been playing in the mid as much. He's been playing sort of the back or wing role today.
He just said play on. He said play on before he moved.
Yeah, I know. Ball to a contest, but Essendon's putting the pressure on. And that was not a disposal, but they call play on anyway. They go across the back line to Condagianis, who marks.
Okay, just run it out. Just keep running. Keep going forward.
They kick it up and just turn it over in the middle. Port Adelaide kick into the forward line. Our defence is all at sea, and you can see there's a mark.
Zato, he's a very elite finisher. Zato, they really rate this kid, Port Adelaide. They really rate him. He's a very good finisher. I know this is a tough kick, but I wouldn't put it past him. He's very good.
This guy's
the
only dirty player on the ground.
Yeah.
He's the only guy with like mud all over him.
Yeah. I don't know where the mud's from.
I know. He's at fucking Marvel.
How do you get mud on him at Marvel?
Everyone else got clean Guernseys but him. Good kick. Good finish.
Goal,
So that kick wasn't to the advantage of the Essendon player in the centre there, and that just wasn't the right option. But they will learn.
They've kept their other small forward very quiet as well, Essendon. Duden. Yep. They've kept him very quiet.
Yeah, we have some okay small to mid-sized backs that can do a role, and I wonder if Setterfield might be doing one of those roles. So I noticed him in the back line just before. So now in the centre again. Brian's doing the ruck, gets it down to Caldwell.
Oh, what a stupid choice by Caldwell. He just a little kind of nothing
handball.
Just
and that was a free, must have been for holding for Sharp, who hasn't been as sharp as I'd like him today, but
nice and blunt.
Yeah. He kicks down to the forward 50 and just to grass, really. I don't know who he was kicking to, but good defence there from Redmond, who got it back from Perkins. Perkins across to Congianis, who gives a sweeping handball to Redmond, who kicks into the forward pocket to Peter Wright, but it's over, off hands.
I think it's another team in the AFL who hurts themselves so bad by their skill errors.
Nope, that would be us. That's our role.
Just like really dumb ones too. Like
I haven't been impressed with Kako today, Ray.
Even real simple handballs they don't execute.
Sorry, what was that, Lucas?
I haven't been impressed with Kako today, Ray. Just I don't know. He's off 5%.
He's not putting it. He's not clean enough around the ball, from what I would like. You know what I mean? He's getting it, but just not quite clean enough.
You got
Lucas.
Take that, Lucas! Take that, Lucas! Bang!
Lucas, can you say that again? Like every time they go into forward 50, please?
It's a goal from nowhere! Kicks a goal from nowhere! Where did that come from?
Well, he just ran.
That came from. It's like he's wearing headphones and he's heard the broadcast and just gone, well, stuff you, Lucas, take that.
Take that. Exactly right. He took it out clean, and instead of panicking with the ball like some of the players are doing today, he just put it on his boot and got it through.
I just can't believe the time. It wasn't even 30 seconds late. It was literally like
it just left his lips, and and he got the ball.
There's Job and Ted Richards in the crowd watching on.
And we're in the centre again. Port Adelaide try and run it out, but Caldwell gets his hands on it to Setterfield, to Brian, who gets it out to, it's in dispute to Merritt. Setterfield.
How did Merritt get that out then?
No idea. Brian tries to get out again, didn't quite, and it's taken away by Port, who's under pressure.
Good pressure, Essendon.
And then they're tackling.
That's ball.
That's on the
ball. That's ball. That's got to be.
Didn't even try to get it out.
He just laid on it.
Oh, of course. No. And Setterfield tackles again.
And midfield's getting on top.
He dragged it back in.
Oh, my God. They're being a bit lenient today. And there's going to be a lasso here.
Oh, Chris is giving you a bit of lip.
Yeah.
This is Jones, isn't it? Is that his name? Always.
Yes.
Yeah. Kicks it up and then.
I get confused because it's Burn-Jones and Jones.
Yes, that's right.
And they look similar too.
Yeah.
DBJ. Yeah, DBJ.
Reid goes across to Roberts, who goes across to Caldwell.
Do you know a player who's been forgotten about completely? Pal Pepper.
He has been.
Injury,
And
ACL.
Grass.
Yeah.
And then Essendon intercept it. Back to, I think, Contagianis to Reid, who kicks it up the centre.
Beautiful kick.
Beautiful kick to, is that Setterfield?
Oh,
and then
Kako.
to Perkins. Caddy's there. Caddy's there.
Caddy's screaming. Caddy's screaming at him.
Waited too
He's-
long, but he stood.
Oh, he marked it.
Fell into the hole.
Fell into the.
Don't think that was the intention, was it?
See, that's where Perkins lets you down. Like
he
he's
could
just
have swung around.
no instincts. He just held the ball for 10 seconds too long.
Yeah.
That was very lucky that just dropped in Essendon's arms there.
Yeah.
All right.
And the thing
Well,
is that Clark
we're gonna-
didn't go up for that ball.
We're going to pencil this in. He's only 20 out. Yep.
Yep.
It'd be interesting, Mello, because I actually reckon Richmond wouldn't take Archie with their first pick. I reckon they'll take the Ruckman.
I think they'll take the Ruckman too.
They're in front, Ray. They're in front.
Essendon have gone in front.
Because Richmond have quite a few like nifty little, like they've got Houghton and other sort of smallish players. I reckon Essendon might be able to still end up with him.
But Teixeira is also quite a good player. He's a little bit less consistent than Butler, but he also kicks more goals. Teixeira. He's a mid forward from what I've read. So
Butler's more of a Nick Watson type.
Yes, and he also has the attitude of Nick Watson too. Oh, Visentini, that was a good pressure.
Good case.
And good chase by Merritt, and that was not 15.
No, come on.
You should be able to
They
read
played on.
like this. Yep.
Good job.
No,
Yep.
Like the free somewhere.
What was that for?
Oh, what?
High contact? Are you serious?
That looked like a genuine spoil.
I see Peter Wright getting mauled down the other end, And then, seriously?
Oh no.
Ridiculous. What was that for?
Oh gee, what?
Oh my God. This is what I'm
There's
telling
nothing
you.
there.
Essendon gets the worst umpiring. The worst.
I can't even understand what they thought they saw.
He's not lucky for Essendon. He's not in range here. He's not the biggest kick
No.
Darcy Byrne done.
And yeah, he kicked it behind. So now
Yeah.
Langford's kicking out.
Yeah, Mallow, I reckon Richmond are screaming for a ruckman probably more than a small forward.
Yeah.
They've got the young guy that played last night, but he's very speculative. I think he's like a category B or a rookie list guy. I think but who knows really? Look, honestly, I think you can't go wrong with your pick 2. There'll be a handy player at pick 2 anyway.
Yeah.
I reckon Essendon need the win more than the number 1 pick. I mean, if this was Collingwood, if I were watching Collingwood right now, I'd want us to get the win and miss out on number 1. Because I just think that clubs like North Melbourne or whoever that have tried to like not win games to keep the number 1 pick, I just don't think it sets them up for success.
Yeah. And I think it will just put a good mood around the club. Oh, Caddy, too early, buddy.
Oh gee, I don't think that was necessary. It was 2-on-1.
Yeah, he loves to take a screamer.
Yeah.
Oh, you just had to bring the ball to ground and merit.
Yeah, a bit selfish.
Yeah, he should have. Look, he needed to like wait 1 more second before he jumped there, and he would have been right. But so Burgoyne kicks into the forward to grass. Georgiades collects it, but is under pressure. Handballs it across.
I see so many chances for Essendon to get to slingshot the ball back out of D50, and they just can't. The amount of times they've been out and open just to like transition and rebound, but they just, oh, fucking hell, they fumble.
So
Yeah, he's getting a bit frustrated, Georgiades.
Yeah, he's got a mark now.
He's re-signed, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has for 2 years, yeah.
So he's kicking for goal, about 45 out.
Yeah, distance won't be a problem here.
No, it's more the angle.
Oh, smothered by Langford.
Oh, that's not going to help his frustration.
He got told to play on there. He got told to play on because Langford ran over his line, so he must have got told. We must have took too long, Georgiades, because I swear the umpire said play on, and then Langford moved off his line.
Yeah,
I think he took too long.
He's off his mark.
Okay.
So now it's a kick into the forward for Port Adelaide again.
Here's Artemis.
Artemis has picked that up. He's kicked it to Merritt.
I wish we had Artemis instead of Houston, because I really like Artemis.
Merritt kicks it across to Contagianis, who then kicks it up the wing to Roberts.
Oh,
dangerous kick, but he marked it.
I think he gave away a free. I think he got him high.
Yeah, I think he dropped it because he got him high. Jones has kicked it to grass, who Merritt picks it up and then gets it across to
go inboard, quick.
Farrow kicks into the pocket.
Not there.
Out on the full. He's been a little bit off too, Void, don't you think, Farrow, this game?
Yeah, but you don't just go to caddy every time. They're starting to predict where it's going.
Yeah. So Jones kicks it into the forward into the back 50, then kicks along the wing, and is picked off by Reed, who's had a really good game.
Go inboard. Don't go down the fucking boundary line.
Yeah, just
try and work it back into the corridor.
Yeah, he's kicking it down the line. They know there's only a minute to go.
Yeah, but scoring it. Go.
Across to Merritt.
Shit.
Who?
What a fucking shit handball.
Terrible handball. But Port's under pressure, but now they get it into their forward 50. Langford and Georgiades have a good battle there. Burgoyne
Where?
kicks it off the ground across the forward 50.
Essendon
Will pick it up with Artemis across to
Oh,
Roberts.
free kick. Oh, it should have been. Langford dumped Burgoyne in the goal square.
And Daywicks kicks it further up. Oh, what a hospital ball.
What a horrible kick.
That's terrible.
So lucky, Langford.
Jones picks that off. Yeah, I wonder if they were wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if they're wrestling, they sort of like just let it go.
Langford,
I think Burgoyne was just running towards the ball, and Langford just took him out.
Yeah.
To be fair to Langford today, like I think he's actually doing a good shutdown role. Like
he is.
He's not
doing well.
He's lost a bit of something with his disposal and decision making and kicking, but like he's like looks like he could be an effective shutdown defender.
Yeah. So the stats are Zach Merritt has 26 at 76% efficiency. Burgoyne is 25. So Burgoyne's really their main ball winner from what I'm seeing, especially in the centre.
Which is not normal for Port.
No. Roberts has 23. Setterfield has 22. Pryor has 21. Caldwell 21. And McGrath 20. Then Bergman is next with 20 for Port. Burne-Jones is 19. Sharps has 18. Brody has 18. And Zach Reid has 18. So that's really good from our defender, Zach Reid, to have 18 disposals, especially in the back line. So he would have quite a lot of intercept possessions. Yes, he does. He's got 8 along with Jones from Port Adelaide. Langford has 7 intercept possessions, which is probably why Georgiades is a little bit annoyed with him.
It's reported the Pendles, I guess, is staying at Collingwood another year, it looks like.
Okay. But it looks like Redmond is injured.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see him get injured, but the app has said he's injured. So hopefully it's just blood rule or something minor. But hopefully nothing major. But I think Visentini's been a bit quiet today from Essendon. But I think both of them have been quiet.
Yeah. Well, Visentini's done a good job on Peter Wright, no?
Yeah. Yeah, mostly Peter Wright. I think he was on caddy once or twice, but not so much. But yeah, we'll have to see how the last quarter goes. Being this close is probably good. Essendon tend to run out the games okay. We just got to see if that holds true for this game. So what do you think, Void? The game so far?
Yeah, you just got to bring it home now. Caddy's had a really good game. He still has a few weird little brain farts where he just lacks a bit of footy IQ. He's trying to be the superstar a bit too often, but that's all right. He's
young.
I said he kicked 10. Well, it's not going to happen.
No.
It would have been nice. I'd love to see more people kick a bag of 10 occasionally.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
I reckon
often.
he'll kick. He might end up with what Lucas said. He might end up with 8.
Yeah.
But the issue is, you guys just have to take your when you've got the ball 60 meters out, get it in.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking hesitation.
Yeah.
And then they man up and they get back and everybody's all covered. It's just, what's the point?
I think they need to trust.
They just kick it high to Peter Wright. You know,
they need to trust themselves a bit more, because I think in the contest, Essendon are sort of winning it a lot of the time. They're getting it forward. They're getting it in the contest quite well out to their players. They've just got to trust that they can get that ball that's in dispute. So if there is a turnover, trust that they're going to get it back. kick it in a little bit quicker, and then you got your defenders on the back foot, so you got more chance of, even if it hits the ground, you got more chance of it actually going in your favour.
Yeah, exactly.
But hopefully it'll be good for them to get a win this week, and the VFL will play next week, and hopefully they'll get a win too. So that'll be the aim, I think, for the boys, to get another AFL win, and that'll help the VFL feel good as well. I don't know how many of the AFL listed will end up in the VFL next week, because there will be quite a few that are eligible. But I hope they don't take out too many of the VFL players, because I think
Who
it's
do you
nice.
play in the VFL next week?
Oh, yeah, they would have. I'll have a look, because
they
played last week, all the VFLs, like yesterday, sorry, the wild card. So the top 8 will be in. They haven't listed it, but let's see from the ladder. So Geelong knew who they were playing. They're playing Tasmania. Essendon.
Start of a new rivalry.
Sorry?
The beginning of a new rivalry.
Yeah, Geelong versus Tassie in the VFL. Essendon, I think, will play Williamstown.
Yeah.
Which is probably good, because the other option was that they play Sydney Swans, which we'd only recently played. So Williamstown is who will play. We'll see how that goes.
We'll smack Tassie in the VFL, Mr. MBN says.
Yeah, I think you will. That'll be at Geelong, won't it?
Yeah, they're the only team that could stop us.
All right, so now we're back in the centre, and Brian's back in the ruck, and it's the Essendon player is tackled, and there'll be another ball up immediately.
Caddy's been quiet the last 2 quarters. Or was it just me?
Yeah, I think the third quarter he didn't. He was doing more up the ground. He wasn't as much in the forward. So now.
Well, last time I said that about someone, they kicked a goal about 5 seconds later.
Yeah, so come on, do it again. So Kako picks up the ball, gets it to Merritt. He gets it across to Perkins, who then just gives it a sky ball. Oh, Caddy gets a front on, but
not this time.
It's
a goal
by Clark. That's his second
kick the
goal.
In front. No, the extend. Boy, Ray, you can feel they're told this was they were more than 50-50 here, Essendon.
Yeah, look, they've been playing well without winning in the last sort of few weeks against really tough sides. They weren't really getting blown out of the water against the really top sides in the AFL. So that said to me that they're sort of learning to play together a bit more. So it was bound to happen that they're going to sort of start clicking a little bit. And I thought this game could be one of those ones that it could happen. But we'll just have to see how they play out this quarter. I know they do run out the games well. So now Brian gets a clearance, chucks it on his boot, goes to grass. Perkins picks it up, is tackled immediately. There's a ball up inside the forward 50. Yeah, Lucas, you're welcome to say anything you like about any of the Essendon players, especially in front of goal. And Clark has tackled in the middle there and has caused another ball up. He's had a really good quarter and a half, especially after that game where he got the concussion and the knee injury. Now Wines picks himself up, after being tackled by Kako. Brian gets a hit down, and there's another tackle by Burgoyne on Sharp. There's a lot of ball ups in this
Zach
last
Butters
quarter.
watches on, and he still looks like he's making up his mind.
Yeah.
Port Adelaide try and get it out, but a good job by Essendon. Setterfield tackled there and got holding the ball.
Butters is looks like he's still unsure of his future. He's deciding between a farm or the greatest club in the world.
So now Perkins is 45 metres out on the boundary line. Kicking for goal. I don't know if he'll make the distance. He might have the distance, but not the accuracy. Yeah, no, he's set it up to the square. Oh, nearly. Peter Wright nearly got a boot to that.
The point.
Good save by Port Adelaide there. So Port Adelaide are looking to kick it out here. Went up the centre. There's a mark just inside Essendon forward 50. They go across the ground to Jones for Port Adelaide. I have to say that because there's a couple of Joneses on the field today.
Yeah, got to get Caddy in the game. Got to get Caddy. Caddy can break this away.
Yes.
They somehow got to get the ball to Caddy.
Perkins did well there.
Perkins spoiled that, and now
Perkins did really well there.
and McGrath has tackled and held that up. So there's a ball up just outside Essendon's forward 50. And he looks a bit sore there. McGrath, but gets it across to Day Wicks, who centres it.
Caddy's
And
got
Caddy.
it. Oh, no.
Caddy.
He's
Right, plays on.
And he's going to get goal number 6.
He's kicked it.
He's got it.
Kicked it. Dare to dream, Ray. They're almost home.
Now, I'm just going to say this. So Caddy and Morris are in the same draft. I think they're pretty even on the talent stakes, don't you? But
Morris is better.
but Morris gets better delivery.
No, Morris is a better forward.
You reckon?
Boy.
100%.
Oh,
I reckon,
wow.
I reckon Caddy
No,
has better movement around the ground.
Caddy's got more dynamic X factor, whereas Morris has better forward craft.
I agree. But once Caddy learns the forward craft a bit better, I think Caddy will be the better player.
Can I be honest? I've never seen anyone with Morris's forward craft.
Oh, he's very good.
I've never
100%.
ever. In all my years of watching footy, I've never seen someone completely put themselves in positions that no one can stop like that.
That is true. But I suppose give them each 3 years and we'll be able to find out.
No, Caddy's more like prettier. Morris isn't pretty, like he's just got forward craft.
Yeah,
Caddy looks like he could rip a game to shreds, whereas
Yeah.
Morris just quietly kicks 8 goals without like.
I think Caddy
You know?
might be the harder matchup on the defense. Because he's so agile.
Look how Essendon's got him cupped in. Port just can't get it out.
Yeah, Essendon has hemmed them in here along the
All over it.
The lesser Byzantini
Yeah, I agree with that.
kicks down to a contest with the other Byzantini.
And it's over for a ball in. And I don't know how many years between the two boys, but it must be 3 or 4.
Don't even go there, Mello. Don't even go there. For fuck's
Yeah, we
sake.
could have got Caddy, but we went with O'Sullivan. We wanted a defender, as Kiri says.
Oh, don't kill yourself, Caddy. I swear he's going to kill himself one day, just flying at the ball like he does.
What I love about Caddy, though, is he plays every game like it's his last game
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, he does.
He
gives everything.
He just has no concern for hurting himself.
Oh, Caldwell, he stubbed the ground.
And then he fell over at a crucial
Yeah,
time.
I actually think he might have hurt himself. Yeah, he has. Might have hurt his ankle.
Oh,
Oh, come
push.
on.
Oh, wow.
That's not a free.
Gee. Boy, he's lost the plot, Georgiades.
Tell you
He's lost the absolute plot. That's just frustration right there.
100%.
Condagianis.
He doesn't literally do that. He's a cool cat. It takes a lot to upset him.
Setterfield gets it out to Unwin. Unwin goes laterally. And then a little pass, which is shit house.
Oh, he had to hit the target.
Yeah, Pryor makes that look better than it was.
Gee, what a shit kick that was. It was a regulation fucking 20-meter pass. And it fucking fell to his feet.
Now Essendon will pick up this.
Kako into the sky
Sky
ball.
Port players down. A Port player's down. That's the Jones, I reckon. Lockie Jones.
Yeah, I reckon he copped one in the groin there. Redmond couldn't have been too injured because he kicked that in.
Caddy, grab it. Is it in?
Nah, it's out.
Caddy got it. Oh, Caddy legacy game.
Yeah, I think he's got a groin issue, Jones. There.
Yeah,
He's not just
Lockie.
Oh, it could be winded. He was kind of
Lockie Jones spot.
It's.
Who said he's a soft spot?
I know.
He
He grabbed his
Mr.
groin.
MBN. I reckon they're a goal away, Essendon, from winning this game, I reckon.
Okay, we need to sing the theme song to Caddyshack by Kenny Loggins.
He must have got one flush. Now,
That's just reminding me of the film now.
kick it in, Whitlock. Oh,
I'm just thinking I'm thinking of Caddyshack. You know I like you, Betty. Danny.
So Port kick it into the forward 50. Jones punches it, but to Burgoyne, who mops it up, kicks a goal.
Yeah, we've seen that before with the Burgoyne, haven't we?
Yeah, Jones probably needed to take that mark instead of punching it. Oh, Peter Wright's injured.
No, bugger.
I reckon it's his knee.
Oh.
He had a bit of a knee issue earlier in the year. He was out for about 6 weeks. So I have a feeling he's probably aggravated something there.
This is the ugliest hat I ever saw. When you buy this hat, they should give you a free bowl of soup. Oh, looks good on you, though.
So Brian in the ruck, taps it out, but then gets it back to the ruck. Georgiades jets the fall of the ball. Whitlock fumbles. They're back outside the 50. They're kicking into the 50 again. Pryor gets a fist on it, but couldn't kill the ball well enough. But Essendon put the pressure on.
Good goal.
But
good goal
Port
under pressure.
Kicked a goal.
Good goal.
Great finish.
Now Essendon need to kick a goal here. With Peter Wright being off the ground, it's a bit of a worry.
This guy is a little ripper.
Yep.
Didn't know much about him till today. But geez, they've got one here, Port.
Yeah, they've picked him up from the Sandful, I think.
So
they need to respond, isn't it?
I think Bergman's injured.
You know what's funny?
Peter
This game is way more defensive than like most of the games yesterday and the day before. They were just no one was bothering to defend.
Come on, Essendon. We need to get some more centre clearances here. We've sort of been losing the centre clearances a little bit in this match, and then Merritt comes and gets it. Puts it in his boot.
Great mark by Unwin.
Unwin, good mark.
Merritt in his last game for Essendon.
Most likely. Can't Unwin get a target. He kicks it about 20 metres out.
And that's a free.
Caddy gets pushed off the ball. No free kick, because why would you free kick an
Yeah,
Essendon
but
player?
it's not really. It's like Caddy does this weird thing when he goes for a contest. He just like jumps in the air backwards or sideways.
I think half the
He
time
just likes flying.
they can't tell if he's being pushed or not because he jumps for the ball.
He jumps probably when he's not likely to even get near it, which is then he's kind of out of the contest.
Yeah. Brian gets it down. Unwin gets a handball across to no one. It's picked up by Port Adelaide. Essendon put the pressure on. And
slingshot here, come on.
That's Artemis.
Beautiful kick. He's a great kick, Artemis. I want him at Collingwood. We got fucking Houston.
And we got him mid-season. So
fucking hell.
Sharp kicks it into the square. No
Caddy
one could
brings it to
mark
Caddy.
it.
Clark, goal number 3.
Let's go.
Number
Kick
3.
it.
Here's another South Australian.
He's a farm boy.
Yep.
You can tell. Look at him. He looks like he shears shit.
He was.
Okay.
Maybe Essendon. Maybe Essendon can try to deal with Butters since you've got all this South Australia talent.
Yeah, him, Redmond. Who else is from there?
Vincentini?
Yep. Vicentini is from there too, yep.
Well, you sent what's the name to Port, or not sent him? He left Essendon. That he doesn't even get a game at Port anymore.
No,
Zerk Thatcher.
Zerk Thatcher.
If Zerk Thatcher's not injured, then that's amazing that he like with all the Port's injuries in their defence, how he can't get a game still.
Yeah. Good job on the Port player there by McGrath. He managed to get it a kick off, but it was under pressure. They kick it in. Reed almost marked it. Georgiades gets his hands on it.
Oh.
And he kicked the goal.
Gee, he's got the kicker boots on today, Georgiades.
Yep.
This is going to be a goal-for-goal cracking finish, I think.
He's the only one that can hurt you. He's kicked 5 himself, I think.
Yeah, he hasn't. How many goals has Georgiades had? A couple
5.
now?
5, I think.
Yeah, 5 as
5
well.
or 4, one of the 2.
3.
Oh, 3.
Hang on,
oh,
unless
it's got to update.
4. Yeah, it's 4.
4. He's kicked 4.
Wonder what to make of those Whitlock twins, because they've I know they haven't been in the system for that long, but I wonder about them if they stay that skinny. I'm not sure if they can. I'll probably be able to play key forward.
It's back in the centre. That was a terrible ball up by the umpire. It went about a foot above the ruckman's head.
Essendon games get the trainee umpires.
Trainee.
Speak of the devil. And the devil
Oh,
appears.
boy, now it's done the curse.
Not mention his name again.
Oh, no.
You know?
Boyd just absolutely did the curse there. Oh.
I know, right?
Yeah, but I didn't say he was bad. I said I wonder I guess I kind of did say they'd probably
Yeah.
No.
And this is not a difficult kick at all. It's directly in front, 30 metres out?
Yeah, he's a beautiful kick, to be fair. I can pencil it in now. He's a good kick.
How Josh Fraser looked when he first came to Collingwood, like that kind of.
Yeah. Probably a bit taller, though.
Oh.
Now, let's see if we can get back in front. Yeah, I know, Chris. Secret agent, of course. This one, just give our club a bit of shit and then maybe it'll work, just like Lucas did.
No, I wasn't giving him shit, though. I was saying I wonder what will become of him because they don't know what to make of the twins. They went pretty high in the draft, both of them.
Yeah, and Peter Wright has hurt his knee. I assume it's the same injury as he had earlier in the year, which I think was a medial ligament
They've
Well,
picked
that's
up a
just
bit
small.
for Adelaide.
Well, we're going to have, okay, he's injured. Now we're going to have to offer a little less.
There's a ball up on Essendon's forward 50. And Wines tries to get it out, but goes towards Essendon's goal a bit more. It's taken by Essendon, who feeds it out, but Port Adelaide pick it up. Artemis goes for the ball.
Pickup! What a pickup!
Handballs it. How's that holding the ball? He got it out.
It's all right. You'll set up. Oh, Port.
Now,
Comedy of errors here.
Yeah, exactly. And Essendon pick it off by Merritt. Merritt kicks it along the wing.
Good contest.
And Perkins does really well. Takes it about 75 to 80 meters from goal.
There's something. There's going to be something.
Oh, he's too slow.
Oh, nearly grabbed it. Kako. Oh, you needed to get it on the boot quicker.
You got the handball out, Caddy. Kako's putting pressure on.
Oh.
And then spoiled by Port across the line.
There is something there with Perkins. Like there's, I don't think he'll be out of the AFL or anything. He does have something. I just, yeah.
I think a lot of it's above the shoulders. Wines gets tackled.
I think some of these guys might need just a change of scenery.
Maybe a change of coach will help. I don't know. Wines, that's not 15, surely. And there'll be another ball up. Brian hits it forwards.
Oh, good play, Merritt.
Kick it. So he kicks it into the forward line.
Caddy's going for goal number 7.
Caddy.
No, he didn't. He dropped
He got legged. Not
Oh,
goal.
Caddy. Oh, he could have handballed it. Oh, could have Caddy handballed it quicker.
I think Caddy got legged there. He was a bit lucky, the defender.
Caddy needed to stick the mark.
Yeah. Nearly got it. So Jones kicks it out to a contest. Setterfield picks it up, goes across to
go. Don't go sideways all the time.
Jones marks it in the centre.
You're just allowing Port to set up, buddy. You're allowing Port to set up. What are you doing? For fuck's sake!
He kicks it across to Reid. Reid will go across to Setterfield.
You're gaining no territory.
I think they're trying to pick their way through, but you can't. You've just got to, Now Setterfield kicks it in. It's a shallow entry.
Oh, what a mark by Perkins!
Perkins playing for a contract.
Oh, this is a big kick. This is a big kick.
Hell world, I have something to offer. If
he kicks this, he might get a year. He might get a year. It's a tough kick, though. It is a tough kick.
It is a harder kick.
But when you're playing for a contract, you can do anything when you're playing for a contract.
If he gets this, he can come to Collingwood.
Yeah, well, he's a 50-50 on these kicks.
Oh.
But it was a really good mark.
Goal!
Got it.
Got it. Got it. Now he's put his hand up to the new coach going, I want another year.
Perkins says, Fly McRae, I'm coming.
Give the man a 5-year deal.
It's the way I talk. Collingwood's going to have mostly Essendon players next year. We're going to have 12 Essendon players. See, we're going to be the next bottom 4 side.
See, I think Perkins can be a really good player. He as I said to you, he's an almost AFL player, and he needs to really back up these performances where he gets a bit more of the ball and he starts kicking goals. That's when he sort of puts his hand up and says, yeah, I can do it. But I think a lot of it is above the shoulders. He's a confidence player. Now, kick
Oh,
into the forward.
goal.
Port
Bang,
Adelaide.
goal, done, finished. See you later. Goal, back in front, back to the
Moraris,
centre,
and that's his first goal, I reckon.
responsive.
I reckon that's his first goal of his career.
Yeah, hopefully it's his last for this game.
And this is a fantastic contest at the shittest ground the AFL has. That Essendon, for some reason, agree to make their home ground.
I don't know why. Do you know what? They should look after Essendon a bit more if they're,
You agreed to it. You should have the MCG. You're a big club.
Yeah, I know. But if they want us to stay there, they should give us more concessions.
No,
We're
piss it
not
off.
going to
One
go.
or two games a year there. That's it. Let Marvel be for fucking concerts and not football.
Yeah. Or North Melbourne.
Yeah.
I thought that might make you laugh. Now there's another ball up in the centre with Setterfield being tackled as soon as he got the ball.
And it's Vicentini versus Vicentini in the forward line.
And Sharp was very lucky there. He got high. Yes, he got him high.
It's vis-a-vis. Vis-a-vis in the forward line.
Vigo versus Dante.
We won. That's what we wanted earlier.
I know, right?
And which Vicentini is better? The Essendon one, from my vantage point, is a little bit better than the Port one.
I think
so far.
I think he's got more, maybe a bit more agility, considering he's a bit younger.
Get it in quick. Let Vigo take a mark against his brother. Give us a highlight.
And Essendon's given away a free kick here for a push.
He's one I'd chuck on the trade table.
Redmond?
Yep.
Problem is, I think he's a heart and soul player.
Well, it can be a heart and soul player somewhere else. I reckon he doesn't give. I reckon he'd be one. You'd get something really good for him. You can't just get rid of players that no one wants. Like if you like someone like him, I don't think he's as effective as he was a couple of years ago. I reckon he'd be good in a better side.
Do you know what I actually think? I think if Essendon had another defender, he'd be playing wing. He'd be up the ground because he can kick. He can kick a really good goal. So you want him running off the wing, I think. Now, Port have worked their way down sort of towards the half forward.
Don't let them get away from you. They get out to a more than 2 goals.
Day Wicks has it, drops it. Port's in dispute here, about 40 metres out, 35 metres out, and there'll be a ball up. Oh, it's actually close, and that's 20 metres out.
You know what I'd do? If I was it, bash it over the line for a behind. Get possession back.
The ruckman puts on his boot, goes straight up in the air. And there's another ball up. About 10 metres, but further around. Right in front of goal. There's another ball up.
Yeah, Sean agrees with me. I don't think he gives you enough anymore. He used to like his kicks were more damaging a couple of years ago. Now when he does those kicks, they're just not really that damaging anymore.
I think he doesn't have those kicks in the positions he used to have them either. That's good tackle, and it's just been a lot of stoppages in this forward 50 for Port Adelaide in the last couple of minutes. Brian works well. Setterfield pushes it up the ground, keeps working it, keeps moving it forwards. Then Port Adelaide scoop it up on the wing, kick it back in. Essendon defend really well. Whitloff takes it, but is tackled immediately by Farrow, holding the ball. I actually think
that's why it was so not Billy Frampton's fault that night. Now when he tackled the other Whitlock from North, even then when he got tackled, he wilted like a piece of old celery.
Yeah, that's right. And Caddy collects, handballs it. Merritt kicks it down, finds a target in
Oh, they've got it here. Come on.
Clark nearly gets it. play on, free kick, Port Adelaide. Kick it down along the wing towards Reed, who does really well. Farrow picks it up to Brian,
And just
back to Farrow.
Just the dumbest 1-2 I've ever seen.
Just a stat pad. And Byzantini across to McGrath, who, he's got cramp or he's done a calf. There's only 2 options there. For Jones, does not want to kick that ball. That's not 15, but they'll call it. So kicking up the wing and
good mark.
Is that Sweet?
No, I don't think so.
No, who's that guy? He's very tall. You kick it backwards.
You can see, take advantage. Jones is still down there and he can't move. So just get possession back. Kick it straight in. He can't run.
So
you're not getting on your men.
Come on.
You're letting them fucking get you.
3 minutes to go.
This isn't the time to be fucking letting them get a lot of uncontested possessions.
So they kick it along the wing again.
Good contest.
Reed does really well. Sharp
should have gone
gets
back.
across to Farrow. Farrow kicks it into the forward 50. Contest. Clark punches it over. 3 minutes left, and it's ball in the forward 50 for Essendon, 40 metres out.
Got to take advantage of this. Caddy on Jones. Jones can't go with him. Kick it to get it into Caddy's hands. Kick it straight to him.
Brian taps it down towards the Essendon goal, and it runs over about 10 metres around from the previous ball in. They throw in. Brian against the Port Adelaide Ruckman. It's pretty even. Brian tries to get it out.
Playing for a free there.
Yep, didn't make it. Anun did well not to get him high.
You need to get Merritt around this stoppage if wherever he is.
Yeah.
He's the one that can get the ball out.
And again, there'll be another ball up in this forward line.
Get Sharp, Merritt and Kako. I think I see Kako and Sharp. I think I see Merritt.
Merritt gets his handball out to Farrow. Gets it to Kako. Merritt has been dumped and has...
Free kick! Free kick!
Free kick to Merritt.
To win the game. Or is it to win the game? What's the time remaining?
This would be fitting.
Yeah. Yep.
I would like it with only 20 seconds left on the clock, though.
Yep. All right. No, there's about a couple of minutes left. Yeah, anything can happen. Yeah, because Port have responded in this quarter.
Merritt, as to say goodbye to the Bombers.
He's literally a kick, though. He's literally a good kick.
Yeah, he's a good kick. Good job, buddy. And he's happy.
Got it.
And he says, I love you guys. I've loved being here, but it's...
I want a premiership next year.
I want some success. And I've put in the hard yards at this club for such a long time, and now I want to play in some finals.
He's trying to get them already organised.
You know what? I'm actually almost being swayed that if we miss out on Butters, we should go into the race for Merritt.
I'd rather him go to Collingwood than to.
You know why I'd like him?
Hawthorn.
I'd like him at Collingwood just because, like, he does have pedigree at Collingwood. His uncle's in our team of the century. His great uncle. Sorry, he's in our team of the century.
Now we've got 2 minutes on the clock. Can Essendon get a goal? I'd rather get a goal than hold off, and just scrap it for the next 2 minutes. I think it's too long to probably scrap it. They probably want to go down and get another goal. Now, Byzantini was in the ruck there, got the hit down. But
out to Burgoyne. Oh, no. Georgiades has got it.
Georgiades. Now, Georgiades, he played Hawthorn early in the year, and he was from this same spot, and he missed it to the right, and it cost Port Adelaide the win.
Yeah, but...
and the Essendon fans in the crowd have their hands on their heads. They can't believe they may be about to see another loss.
Come on, miss it.
And he's got it.
Yeah. He's a good kick.
He's kicked it clean.
Like missing.
But There's a minute 15 left.
Okay. Merritt needs to rip this out of the centre clearance and just boot it into the forward like he's famous for doing.
I think we need Merritt, McGrath, and Setterfield that in that centre. That's what I think we need.
Okay. Get Sharp, get Merritt, get McGrath, get Setterfield, get them all in there.
Yeah. Now,
a minute 12 left.
A minute 12.
They have to win this centre clearance. They will not win if they get too many stoppages. It will just chew up the clock. They need to get a clean clearance here.
Exactly. Byzantini's in the centre. He gets the tap down, gets it across to McGrath, who boots it into the forward 50. Kako collects it, gives it to Merritt. He gets tackled. There's a ball up, 40 metres out, in the Essendon's 50.
Now, Essendon have to lock it in here. Just lock it in. There might be a couple of repeat stoppages. Lock it in.
Setterfield gets the ball, gets
McGrath.
it to McGrath, puts it on his boot. Can he get it?
Oh, he didn't have enough on it.
Doesn't get it. But guess what? They kick it back out of the 50. Artemis doesn't quite get it. Roberts can't find a target.
Nah, all over.
Oh, they fall over.
Oh, come on.
Oh, and they've done it again. How does that happen twice? Oh, that's poor. They 2 times they fell over. The one on the wing and then the one in the forward 50. Got to keep your feet.
But you know what? Essendon never wins a milestone game. This is a milestone game. They didn't win for Merritt's milestone. They don't win milestone games very, very, very often. So
no, that was just like McGrath had to do better there. He's your captain.
He needed to kick that goal.
Yeah, you would have preferred Merritt in that situation, wouldn't you?
Well, you either kick that goal or you find the target. So it's 19 seconds and there's no way they can win, but let's see if they can get another goal.
No.
Get Caddy 7 goals, for fuck's sake. Get him 7 goals. Oh, what's this? A free?
What? Like, this is the jumping. When are they allowed to jump over the line? That's what I want to know. Because
Mr. NBN says piss McGrath off.
And that is it. Port Adelaide closed the season with a win over very competitive Essendon.
Yeah, they should have done better there. They kicked like crap. But, you know, that happens with a young side. They actually had 1 rush behind. So they actually kicked 10 behinds. Which
and McGrath has a guilty look on his square-jawed face.
Yeah. Yeah, McGrath needs to be traded. A lot of hate for McGrath.
Look, I think McGrath is a good player, but I think he just lacks. He's a good, honest, workman-like player.
Yeah.
He's not the polished player that you merit.
He's got speed and he's got speed and work rate, but no skills.
Yeah, which is why I like him kicking into the forward line. Kick it into the forward line because when you have a chaos ball going in, it's often advantage to your forwards. But the boys played really well. Will Setterfield and Merritt have the most disposals at 32, followed by Burgoyne.
What year was McGrath?
They got McGrath after they lost when they had the top-up players.
Was it 2014?
They got him the year after they finished in the bottom because when their players were banned.
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
So then Burgoyne got 30. Will Setterfield had 10 tackles, which is
2016 draft.
So McGrath had 13 tackles, and it's the pressure that really he's good at. And I think pressuring and kicking in the midfield, I think, is where he should be playing. I think playing off half back is too dangerous. When you're one of those players that doesn't have the skill, you need to be kicking into the forward line. Whereas if you're kicking off half back and you turn it over.
Who's your 3-2-1 from Essendon? Who's your 3-2-1?
My 3-2-1. I think it's 3 to Merritt.
Yep.
I think 3 to Caddy.
No, you can't give 3.
No, so 2 to Caddy. Sorry, 3 to Merritt, 2 to Caddy. I was just thinking my next one. And I think Setterfield is 1.
Okay.
Is my 3 for Essendon. For Port, I thought Georgiades played really well, although he did give away a lot of free kicks. And so now the boys are sort of, I think they're waiting for McGrath to go off first because of his milestone game. Having Peter Wright out for that last quarter probably didn't help us either. He was a big worry for them. So McGrath's been chaired off by Redmond and
McGrath had a chance to cover himself in glory in his milestone game, and he just didn't get it.
Yeah. So I think, who would you think is the best for Port? Georgiades?
Well, Georgiades.
And Burgoyne, really, right?
I don't think Burgoyne was... It's just funny, I didn't even notice Joe Richards out there.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And he got 22 touches.
But Burgoyne had 30 disposals, 2 goals and 8 tackles. So
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
He was their main one getting it out of the centre.
Yeah, that's a break. They'll call that a breakthrough game for Burgoyne.
Well, I think the Essendon players were probably more worried about Ollie Wines.
It's probably the best game I've seen Burgoyne play since that. I think that final against Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Where the aeroplane won. He actually played a really good game that night.
Yeah.
And Merritt plays his last game, most likely for Essendon today. And what are people thinking? If Collingwood miss out on Butters, would you take Merritt? That's a good discussion to have because he's still quality.
Yeah. Well, I'll stick around. I'll stick around for 15 minutes. I'll have a shower, and then when I have a shower, I'll finish the stream. So I'll let you guys go on for 15 minutes. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome to. There's the link. So come on now before I start the shower, and we'll let you on.
Yep.
And it says that
we're gonna go get some groceries.
It says that Artemis is out injured as well. So they'll be able to pick quite a few players from this side for the VFL if they want to. Like I think Kako is probably eligible and Day Wicks. So and Visentini will be eligible for the VFL final as well. So
catch ya, MD.
See you, MD. Yeah. So there'll be a few. It'll be interesting who they pick next week for the VFL final. So
Who are you playing in? Did you say before?
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to let Chris in, and then I'm going to have my shower. Oh, sorry, Sean's in as well, and there's Chris. So Chris and Sean are in. I'm having a shower now. When I'm done, I'll end the stream. So I'll just let you guys talk for 10, 15 minutes.
Yep. All right. Hi guys.
Hey, mate.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, Josh, I think Parish.
everyone.
Parish
Hey,
is,
everyone.
in my mind, Parish is finished.
Yeah. Because that's the
Wasn't
thing. I
even-
reckon. Yeah. Because I was
even
saying
playing well
before,
in
like
the
in the
AFL.
chat, when it comes like the being like the list manager, I feel like if you're really passionate about being like a list manager, I feel like Essendon would be one of the most like ones that would enable that passion because like there's just so many things to actually do.
Yes.
So, because I mean, even I was like sort of thinking about it myself, and it's like, well, yeah, like if you're not going to be, competing for a flag in the next say 5 to 6 years, it sort of makes like, it's not completely like redundant to have like senior players, but I would be, I'd be getting as much trade capital as I could, and even maybe not to the fullest extent, but going down the same path as how the Giants started their whole club, where you don't go out and get a star, but you go out and get a whole bunch of young kids that are super talented, but then you get some like, you sort of go and get these bargains, sort of like, the senior players that have a bit of like premiership experience.
Yeah.
That's sort of the direction I would sort of go. And if there's anyone that's in that bracket of anyone that's over 30 that you can get any trade value, just trade them. If you can get a second round pick, good. If you can get a first round pick, even better. But if there's anyone that's not going to be there in the next 5 years because of age or for whatever reason, if you can get a pick inside 30, you trade them out instantly. That's sort of how I would look at things.
I think they've been slow. They've been doing that a little bit on the quiet. I think the last couple of years with the amount of draft picks they had last year and the year before. I think they've nearly got the young talent. I think with the draft this year and probably next, I think that will be enough. They brought in Fiorini to try and give that leadership in the senior, in a senior player. But he's been out with the back injury all year. So I think having him back, because I think he's a good role player and a good leader, but I think you might need one or two more of those. But so, for example, this year in the draft, we don't have to worry. We've got the first pick. I would have liked the win today, but the silver lining is we get to pick whatever. So that's the other thing.
Yeah, because who was 17th? It was Richmond, yeah?
Yeah, and we were ahead on percentage because we haven't lost as many games by as much margin as they have. They've lost at higher margins. So we also have to manage our picks a little bit for next year to try and get Kobe Buick in. So we'll be, sort of managing this draft and the next one, especially with Tassie coming in.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, getting in a few more seniors that maybe sort of only got 1 or 2 years left to just help them develop a little bit. But I think you can see that some of the young players, like I think Sharp was a little bit off today, and I can see that some of the young players are getting a bit tired. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
But
in terms of that though, and I put it in the chat as well too. Another positive as well, because I want to say it was always the last maybe 3 to 4 games. You guys wouldn't even be like remotely competitive. So the fact that and I haven't watched like the previous weeks, but obviously I just watched half of that fourth quarter there. But the fact that you guys only made it like a 10-point difference. I know it's not like, oh my God, like we're going to win the flag next year or whatever type of attitude, but the fact that you're not getting blown out in the last game of the year, I think that shows a lot of character. And I think that shows, okay, no, we're actually like, if I'm a supporter watching that and having the years that are the experiences that you would have had from previous years, that's the type of, attitude I would love to see, because you've had previous years where you would essentially lie down, and the fact that you didn't lie down in this game and you gave it a really red hot crack, it's just it's the attitude. It's the I would hope that would improve the culture of the club too, because I think even Matt even said it the other day, where it's like like you can always tolerate someone. No, I think it was Age actually. Sorry, you can always tolerate people not being good enough, but you can't tolerate guys that are talented, but then they don't put in the effort.
I agree, 100%.
And yeah, and I feel like when it comes to some of these guys, although as I said, previous years they would completely like fall over and it would just be easy wins after easy wins for probably the last like month of the season, where at least with this game, and I can't talk about the previous weeks because I haven't watched them, but the fact that it was
Well,
only a 10-point loss and it seemed like it was a competitive game,
well,
they
the
can hold their head
last
up high for the future
the
for
last
sure.
2 games, they've played really hard teams,
Yeah,
as well, which you can forgive them losing by big margins to really good sides.
yeah,
But for example, Sydney only won by 36, right? Last
yeah,
week. And then the week before,
yeah,
the Cats won by 67. But the Cats are a very good side. They're a very strong
yes,
side. So
yeah,
against a young bodied team, I think
mm,
that was always going to be tough. The fact that we didn't lose by 100 points, which is what a lot of people were predicting,
yeah,
like that's a good sign. And
yeah,
most of the time in a lot of those games, they let the teams get away to a really good start, and then they
yeah,
break even sort of for the last 2 quarters. That's the kind of thing that they were trying to work on this week, I think, is getting the start a bit better, which they did,
yeah.
albeit against a lesser side. But just what do you think of the young players they've got so far?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't really watch a ton of like Essendon and stuff. I'm more familiar with more of your senior players with like Redmond and stuff. And
Mhm.
yeah, as I said before, like Redmond's a bit of a. I feel like he would kind of yeah, like if he was to go to say like Geelong or something, I
Mm.
feel like he would be in like the bottom 6 players in that team. But in Essendon, he'd be in your top 6. So I think that's
Yeah.
where sort of the standard sort of change where, and that's also more pressure on him that makes his job so much harder. That's where like I feel like as a list manager and even as a coach, I feel like you shouldn't be making, and it's not obviously when it comes to Redmond and players like that. That's not necessarily like his fault, of course, but it's just the environment you're in. It's more in the club, like being okay. We have these players, but it's on the club to basically make their jobs easier, not necessarily harder. That's why we've been hard on Flyers because we're making our jobs harder, and it's like why aren't we doing the opposite, and making the jobs easier? Why
I
aren't we like looking at certain players and be like, hey, you can go have a rest because we've got this kid in the twos that's hungry as all hell to get a game. We'll go play this, and you can go put your feet up for a month and just see ya, go have a holiday, go do like whatever, and then when you come back, make sure you're fully fit and healthy, sort of thing. Um, probably makes it a bit harder in that regard for probably maybe someone like Essendon because they probably don't necessarily have that depth or at least like ready depth. Um, yeah,
they
and then yeah,
well, they're actually so there's a lot of players that they're not playing in the first, and I think it's because they have deficiencies. So, for
yeah,
example, Sardis gets 35 touches every game in the VFL, every game.
yeah,
But he lacks a little bit on his kicking, and he's
yeah,
kicking for goals. So he's not like a midfielder like Merritt that runs forward, kicks goals, for
yeah,
example. But he gets those touches and influences the game in the VFL every week. And so many supporters are saying, put him in. But
yeah,
obviously, the coaches are seeing something in him that they want him to work on or they don't like. And I think it's a
yeah,
lot of it is his two-way running as well. So there's only so many players you can have that don't run both ways.
yeah,
So he would be a good pickup for another team, actually. And our VFL team has been playing really well. So I think those guys have been putting together a lot of connection. And I just hope that the AFL team can sort of follow that a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey. Yeah, like I always say this. I watch Essendon a lot. I think they've got a lot of good kids. I like you, Void. I like that Artemis. I like that Reed. I like Day Wicks. I like Roberts. Caddy, he's good. Like they have a lot of good players. But I think the future is bright. It'll just take the right coach, and maybe like Void is saying, they need like a Pendles or like a Howe type to develop. They get these kids into good football players. They just need they need veteran leadership. If Merritt goes, of course, I would take him at Collingwood in a heartbeat. They just need some veteran leadership to develop the kids into good players.
I think Essendon are gonna spring up the ladder faster than Richmond.
I agree.
I think they've got Essendon.
I think Richmond's behind Essendon in what their kids are doing, and see, Essendon can still kick 100 odd points. Richmond really is battling to kick 70 points.
They've only got a pressure game.
Whereas
That's all they've got.
I think Essendon with a bit of structure and a bit of like just kind of better organising. I reckon that they're not as far away as some of the other bottom four sides.
Because you have to remember, we've literally got 4 coaches total.
Yeah.
Right? For the last 6 weeks, we've had 4 coaches total.
They basically look like a suburban club. Like they have like whereas Collingwood have 15, 20 people working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Essendon have 4 like in total.
Yeah. So and of course they weren't going to hire people for 6 weeks. You know what I mean? When you're going to get a new coach, the coach is going to bring their own people in. You know what I mean? It's not worth it.
When I looked at their list of people that are working behind the scenes, I'm like, wow, that's really lackluster. Like there's no like, it's like no wonder the kids haven't been developing because you didn't have many more people there when even
they've lost 4.
Yeah, so you still only had 8.
Yeah, so
and half of them I'd never heard of.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't have the high caliber.
You had June Syracusa, but he left because he thought he wasn't going to get promoted at Essendon.
But do you know what the silly thing is? If he was there, he probably would have got the caretaker coach role.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have got the caretaker coach. And imagine you're going as a caretaker coach with 3 possible jobs coming up. That is like a win for an assistant, right? So I feel like you left at the wrong time because I think a lot of the players liked Syracusa in Syracusa. So it sort of seemed like it would have been almost a good fit.
Yeah. Well, I want Peter Wright, and that's my main one.
And we'll take Zach Merritt, and we'll take God, now I've forgotten his name, the halfback.
We'll take Artemis. We'll take Artemis too.
But I honestly, if I was the Pies, I would make a deal I would make Essendon an offer they can't refuse with Wright. Like nothing too crazy, but just make them a solid offer where it twists their arm. Because I think that you've got enough talls and enough rucks. We're Wright's a handy player, but I don't think he's a main cog at Essendon anymore.
Do you know what I think will happen? How old's Peter Wright's 30, right? He's probably got another 3
He's about to turn 30, in next month.
Yeah, so he's probably got 3 or 4 years still.
Peter Wright and Lachie Neale and maybe one more will get Collingwood a premiership or get a grand final appearance, whether we win on the day. But I reckon we could make a grand final with those guys.
But I think Essendon's young. We've got a good spread of young talent across all the lines. I think Caddy's going to be exceptional. I think he's going to be a handful going forwards. Imagine when he's strong enough to take those marks and not be pushed off and things like that. I think that's going to be a huge advantage.
So who's Essendon going to pick with their number 1 pick? Are you going to pick Archie Butler? Are you going to pick the Harry Van
Well, that's
Houten,
all I
the
was going to
Ruckman,
ask.
or
It's actually good.
Teixeira?
Essendon got the number 1 draft pick now. That's good. Because think
Yeah.
about it, look, Richmond have had too many number 1 draft picks. It's a better thing Essendon's got the number 1 draft pick.
Imagine if Essendon offer their number 1 for Butters.
Oh, yes.
They won't.
I know, but wouldn't it be funny if they came from the clouds and just offered them?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be
Hey guys, how's it going?
doing pretty good?
Hey, Kerry.
How you going?
They might take Butler.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, look, I hate to be the party pooper here, but we'll wrap this up in 5 minutes because I'll be doing the Sunday roast review show. So keep talking for another 5 minutes, but we're going to end it from there, okay?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries,
no worries.
Oh, good.
I
Oh,
think
good.
Essendon will
Yeah.
probably take Butler.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Is that because like they need a midfielder? Because you got Haddam, who's like a ruckman that can probably go forward a bit too.
Yeah, so
Um,
Van Houten, even though he's really good, Essendon, they have Vizentini, they have Brian, they
Yeah.
have Gerine as well,
Yeah.
and Peter Wright can ruck, and they've got Blackiston that can ruck at a pinch. Like, I don't think another young ruckman is the way to go. If you wanted to get
Yep.
another ruckman in, you'd want someone at the 28-year-old type age with a bit more strength.
Yeah.
That would be the go.
They probably Butler would be handy for them because he's like Nick Watson.
And
He's
he's a-
he's a low possession sort of damaging. He
has a lot of attitude,
he's a
which Essendon don't have.
He'll only get like 12 touches, but he'll kick 5 goals.
Yeah.
And that's
So
your
is he
replacement
like
if
a
Merritt
forward or a
leaves.
midfielder?
If Merritt
Like
leaves the
what's
club,
his
that's who
position?
you should go after.
He's a sort of, he's not a 4-quarter player. He's like a burst sort of high half forward. He can go in the midfield,
Mm.
but he's kind of like a Bobby Hill, McCreary, that type.
Yeah.
He's not going to play like give you 4 quarters, but he's going to do like maximum damage in 10 minutes.
So I think what I heard the difference was between Archie Butler and Teixeira is Teixeira's less consistent at this stage. Butler's a little bit more consistent in his performances over this year.
Mm.
And also knowing that we've got Kobe Buick the following year, I think they'll take that into account because he is going to be a really good player. He's going to be maybe, I don't know if he'll reach the Dacos heights, but he's that type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Is there a part of you that's even like open to even like trading the pick one? Because I mean, like when I'm hearing like Butler and things like that, and sort of hearing he's an impact player, he's like Bo, and he gets his 15 disposals. You would kind of want to even trade out the first round pick, even get like a pick, 6 and 8 and 10 sort of thing. And sort of get 3 guys that are obviously not as good as someone like Butler, but like, Barker, I think his name is. My bad.
It is,
but
Butler.
like,
Archie Butler. I think it is. I think it's Butler.
Yeah, Butler.
His first name's Archie,
Okay.
which kind of like. I'll double check that. But
It's definitely not Archie
Yeah.
Barker.
No, that would sound a bit
sounds like a
strange.
cartoon character.
okay, but yeah, I'd probably even be more open to even like trading it out because unless if you've got like a like a Harley Reid or someone is very obvious they're going to be like a genuine superstar, you probably might even be worth entertaining a trade where it's like sort of you get if you can get like better picks, like that'd be great. But if you can get like say 6 and 8 and 9 or even 10.
Well, we
sort
kind
of get
had
three
that last
picks
year, so
inside the top 10.
I don't know if they want to go for that super high end because we had those 3 picks in the early last year. What we had 9, 10, 13 last year.
They traded one of their early picks last year for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
we gave 20 and 21 for 13 or something.
No, but you didn't you give like a you gave like a pick in the top 6 away
Yeah, to
in
get
exchange for 8,
8 and 9.
9 and 15 or something.
Yeah, and then I think we ended up getting 13.
You traded with the Demons.
Yeah, and
You
then we traded with Carlton.
They gave the Demons their first round pick for the 3 future first rounders.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It was so
But in terms of a midfielder that's going to get you like say 25, 30 a game, would you say that's like a needed player, or is this impact player that's going to be a bit of a hybrid mid forward? Is that more of a need?
Well, because we have
Roby.
Roby.
Yeah, Roby. Yeah.
We have
Sharp.
We also have. We think Farrow will end up going in the centre, but we still have Martin.
Oh, but you're also forgetting when you trade Merritt, you're probably going to get another first rounder.
Correct. So we may not need. We might want to keep that first one and then see when the next one comes in.
Because Merritt will get you a later first rounder anyway.
Yeah. And then we'll have the compensation for the academies, because they'll pick those academies in that top 5, right? So that Richmond and Essendon get picks at 19 and 20 to count for that. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think they might need that burst player to help with their small forward. So if you could imagine having Kako, Huss, and a few others, then and Butler sort of in that forward line and going through the centre along with the ones we have, I think that's going to be a good mix.
And I think Dersma from North is looking that it might not be at North next year.
Yeah.
Anybody thinks he's there's some upside there that North haven't found.
Yeah.
Well, the question I was going to ask,
seen a lot of him.
The question I was going to ask Ray is, after today, do you think Redmond, Merritt, and Ridley are going after today, and Perkins?
Perkins possibly. I just don't think he's put enough games together where they can see the trajectory of his career.
Yeah.
It's very, as I said, an almost AFL player.
Yeah, and I feel like even just from a cultural point of view, you wouldn't even mind trading him out just so that you can get guys that are more, all right, let's get the best out of ourselves. When you have a guy like that, even though he may be talented, it's kind of like the Voss situation. Like, even though they have this like talent, but there's like a behavioural thing that's sort of not quite right. So
yes.
And I think that's probably that's where I'd be probably trading him out, just because let's go get a 3rd round pick for him, because maybe that's like all he's worth. But like, let's just get him out of the club. Let's get a 3rd round pick. It'll get us, a fresh face in the club. Hopefully, we can pick someone with a bit of character, a bit of a, like I want to win flags type of operator type of thing in terms of attitude, and I want to work hard. I want to put my best foot forward. You get that sort of like energy going, then at least you've got something to work off, I guess.
All right, I think we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Ray, do you want to give your 3, 2, 1s before we wrap it up?
Already did it.
Yes, I'll just remind it was
3
to Merritt,
Oh, okay.
2 to Paddy, and 1 to Setterfield for Essendon.
Fantastic.
So they're the Essendon 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Thanks.
No, well done. Well done, Ray. It's been a fantastic segment on the Geelong zone. Thank you for being part of it. Always welcome anytime, as well with everybody else as well. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. In about a couple of minutes, I will be doing the Sunday roast of the match review between Geelong and Richmond. Take care, everyone, and as always, go the Mighty Catters. See you later.
See you guys.
Oh, good. Go Pies.
Cheers.